Never mind. That's on me. Huh? What?
This okay, back at it again. Welcome to Min to Max 20. We are here for episode 4 of Through the Frost Trail arc. My dog is panting heavily. That's super cool. I think he's excited as well. Real quick, notification I meant to make at the end of last stream, but I did not because I forgot. We will be starting at 8 o'clock instead of 7 Central Time. So, oops, but that's why we're an hour late. Now here we are. We're all on the same page. So going forward, that is what we'll be doing. So, cool. But,
here alone for an hour.
Yeah, so let me go and make sure everything's good on this end.
We good?
I'm good, man. I'm doing pretty good right now.
What's the catchphrase?
Drew, we can't hear you on anything.
I was about to say. I was like, is it just me?
Is your mic muted? Can't
You
hear
can
you
hear
on stream either.
you can hear me now. So
Yeah.
I muted my mic so that there'd be no feedback loop when I checked to make sure the stream was good. And
Then you fucking like,
Big brain play.
this is it.
all right, now I just did it again, but this time I unmuted myself when I checked.
Dude,
There
that's
we go.
fucking
All right,
tight.
cool. So let's go ahead and jump into this, shall we, friends? So to recap where we have gotten thus far. So we have 4 unique and interesting individuals who all collectively made their way to a very mysterious estate to talk to an individual that they learned his name was Aksov. Aksov Luchak. And this individual was requesting a protection detail to make his way to the east to navigate through the Frost Trail and make his way to Snowstone because he had a business to attend to over there. A couple individuals, I would say maybe everyone in this group kind of individually had additional things that they, might, be able to accomplish over there. On top of course, 15,000 gold pieces is always a good payout for something like this. So they all agreed, and then we spent a couple sessions, everyone kind of running around the different various portions of towns, acquiring different rides, appropriate weather, appropriate gear. And we ended towards the end of last session, everyone kind of spending time with their mounts as they as Zahir was spawning in some interesting creatures, and target practice kind of ensued. But everyone at that point, after that day, they kind of got everything settled. However, when they did meet up with Aksov, I want to say one key note. There was some conversation amongst the group, and there has been a little bit of tension that built when some individuals found that maybe Aksov might not be the most righteous or law-upholding citizen. And so there was a little bit of information that was procured and investigated on, and but things have kind of the little bit of tension kind of settled as everyone knew their job and knew that making their way east would be hopefully fruitful for everyone in the long run. And so that some qualms that might have arisen have been resolved for the time being. We ended last session as you all kind of congregated at the front of the stables, grabbing all of your different mounts, loading up all your saddlebags with all of your gear, and making your way to the front gate. As the gate kind of opens slowly, as the gates kind of came to full opening, as you all kind of individually then began to make your way through out into the night beyond. And that is where we'll go ahead and start our session tonight. So as you all kind of one by one kind of in this little bit of a grouping kind of step through and beyond the walls of the hold, the roadway before your group slowly disappears in the darkness as the light fades from beyond you, as the doors kind of start to close behind you, as the last little bits of kind of torchlight and anything illuminating from the city behind you kind of starts to get snuffed out, as it begins to close behind you. You can see that kind of towards the front of the group, Aksov, at this point, he kind of pulls out a hooded lantern. You can see that he's trying to mess with it and kind of gets it lit up as the last little bits of light kind of close behind you, as you guys are now outside in the exterior of the city. He does eventually. He gets, after like a couple seconds, he gets it lit, which illuminates the space around you. And as you kind of sit here now with only this lantern kind of illuminating the area around you, it is ominously quiet as the snow drifts heavily kind of from the skies above towards the ground. No wind to manipulate the air around you or cause any noise to break the silence. Eventually, as Aksov kind of gets his lantern lit and hangs, kind of like holds it up to kind of illuminate the group, you do hear him kind of break the silence with he kind of pipes up and says, "Well, we must make haste if we're going to make it to our first landmark before the cold claims these lands again tonight." And then he kind of, with one hand kind of on the lantern, kind of whips his reins. He kind of puts his ox into kind of like into like a trot as he now at this point starts to clamber down the pathway.
I will
It's morning,
cast.
right?
Say again?
Morning.
It is morning, but the sun has not risen. Y'all got up a little bit before sunrise in order to kind of make, because Aksov was saying that the journey would probably take a little bit longer than a normal day's travel to at least get to the first landmark. So he suggested that everyone gets up a little bit early, which is now where you guys are at, as you guys are kind of out in this darkness.
Unless anyone else makes a move, I'd like to follow right behind Aksov. So, like, as far as our party, like marching order wise, I'd like to be Aksov for me, if that works.
Okay. So as he kind of
Yeah.
goes off in
I
a
will
trot.
I'll cast light on the end of my staff, and I will follow in behind.
Okay. As
I'll take
I
up
have
the
dark vision.
rear.
I have dark vision.
And
I have dark vision.
cool.
I
Oh, you
will.
got dark vision?
It's magical darkness.
I'll cast light as well.
Okay.
I'm blind, man.
And take up the bat
You
at
cast
the
light?
very end. Yeah, I'm gonna cast light.
Alright, well, I guess I'll be second from the rear. I was going to light my lantern, but then I put it away once I realized these guys are lighting the way.
Yeah, so now you kind of have this you have a lantern kind of at the helm of the group. You have Aksov, Virden, and then you have Zahir next in third in the row with his stick lighting up the area as well. And then you have Sir Denric and then Morello in the back with his light cantrip up as well. And as you guys begin to kind of make your way forward, kind of in like a slow kind of trot, as the hooves kind of are clamping against this cobblestone roadway, you do see that underneath the feet of your mounts, you do see that there's a thin layer of snow. However, it is significantly better than the landscape around you. As you look off to the left and the right, kind of in the space around you, you can see that it's probably there's mounds of snow that kind of are on the perimeter of the actual roadway itself, as it kind of continues off to the landscape around you, and you can kind of discern it's probably about 2 to 3 feet, maybe a little bit more of snow. And you can also see, as you're kind of just looking around using your various means of lighting the area, you can see there's just a scattering of trees. You can see there's some trees kind of like 30, 40 feet off the side of the road, and then you can see they scatter and they continue even deeper into the landscape. But it's not super dense when it comes to the actual forestry right now.
Again, this isn't like a very hilly environment. Like, as far as we can see, it's all relatively
flat right now. I mean, there's obviously a little bit of variation, but it's very minor, and then even then you can't even see like super far out because it is so dark right now, and the snow as it continues to fall is obscuring your vision, at least to greater distances. And so yeah, as of right now, it's pretty flat as you guys are heading southward. Let me go ahead and change the music here.
So, 1 second. You're just trying to get to the... Look, mechanically, it is moderate snow right now, right?
Yes, it is moderate snow.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah. So, it takes you a little bit over an hour. If there's anything you'd like to do in the meantime, it does take you guys about a little bit over an hour as you eventually make your way to the where the roads actually diverge. As you guys kind of all... And the road is wide enough where you guys can kind of go 2x2 if you wanted to, but I'm assuming y'all kind of offset a little bit as you guys kind of snake backwards, so you're not like directly next to each other. But after about an hour, you eventually hit a point where there is this large signpost, this dark colored signpost that sticks about probably 8 to 10 feet out of the ground. And you can see that there's 3 different directions kind of affixed to it. You see one pointing back to the way you came, which states Grimtoll Hold. You have one pointing to the east, which is kind of which is in the direction that you guys were trying to go, and it says the Frost Trail. And then you have one pointing in the southwest direction, and it's labeled Drift Pass and Shaldorn Fortress. At which point you can also see the sun at this point has begun to creep over the eastern horizon as it starts to illuminate the kind of gray skies, kind of overhead as it's overcast at this point in the day.
The Drift Pass is where we came through up north, right?
Yeah, Drift Pass. Y'all would know. Well, a couple of you would know that Drift Pass is the town that's kind of like the halfway town that is between Shaldorn Fortress and actual Grimtoll Hold. But if everyone go ahead and make perception checks for me. Actually, is it a disadvantage? I think. Oh yeah, they're all disadvantaged because of the moderate snow.
Oof.
Okay.
Got
Even
me
with
the
disadvantage, that's pretty good. I held strong. With disadvantage, that is a 21.
Okay.
Oh, so it's gonna be like
It's also 21.
Yeah, disadvantage of perception. Okay.
Yeah, there was no distance on it. Was just disadvantage.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Okay, so Virden.
I got a 21, and so did Zahir.
Okay, and then Morello. 8. Okay, and then Sir Denrick.
8.
Let me go
I
ahead.
realized that
Yeah,
we're
we're
probably
twinning.
not.
We're twinning.
Two 21s and two
Probably not
8s.
gonna get-
Yeah.
Probably not gonna get
Statistically,
that
very
just
hard
yet.
to do.
Okay,
I
so
put my visor up.
you're like, yeah, I can see shit out of this thing as you slide it up.
I'm like, we haven't been ambushed just yet. So I put my visor up. That's why I couldn't see anything.
So as you,
Solid.
but Morello and Sir Denrick, you guys are kind of looking off towards where the signpost is pointing towards the Frost Trail, and at this point, you can kind of see that there is a slightly, it still has like a decent amount of snow on the actual path itself, but it is significantly less than the exterior region. So you can see that there is a pathway kind of cut heading towards the east as it kind of slopes down a little bit and then kind of doubles back and then starts to kind of continue straight. And you can see even from here, about 100, 200 feet, you can see immediately as the trees start to get super dense, and you can see that the path starts to kind of navigate into the actual forest itself. It's probably about 200 to 300 feet away. As you can see, it kind of cuts and it starts to go through, and you can see that it almost kind of creates this tunneling effect as the canopies kind of encompass both of this both sides of the pathway as it leads deeper into the forest itself. For Zahir and Virden, you do both see kind of, they're all, Aksov and you two are kind of looking forward and kind of just like discerning kind of where you guys need to make your entry into the actual trail, as both you guys both kind of look in the southeast direction where that one signpost is pointing towards Drift Pass and Shaldorn Fortress, and you can see a couple hundred feet off, even kind of through the kind of thicker snow, you can see what looks to be convoy of 2 carts as they're kind of far off in the distance, and they're kind of walking up and they're making their way kind of towards you. They're probably about 200 feet off, 300 feet off at this point, but you can see the 2 different carts.
Bring down the Frost Trail.
You can kind of see. No. It's back down.
The Dusk Pass.
Yeah. Down towards the other way, and you can kind of see.
We're cutting off, but they're gonna come where we are.
Exactly. Yeah. At this point.
Okay.
Presumably, they're heading into the fortress.
Yeah. So essentially, kind of to like show you. So basically, here's Grimtoll Hold. You guys went south, and then the Frost Trail then cuts off, and then there's the path that you guys kind of are familiar with that continues down and goes kind of to the southwest.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
southwest.
think I'll point them out to Aksov, and so like normal traders coming in at this time of year? Or?
As he's kind of like observing the area, and you kind of get his attention, he looks over. He's like, "Oh no, those are probably not traders. Those are more than likely probably the individuals that clear the pathway itself. They're probably the workers that bring their equipment and their shovels and their gear, and they start over at Grimtal, and they generally work their way they work their way south, and then there's other groups that work their way north, and they usually meet in the middle and then call it a day. I'm assuming with the recent snow, they're probably here to clear it."
Well, it looks like we're leaving this place right before it gets prettied up, considering I don't think they get much business out on the Frost Trail.
No, they tried to. I know that early on in the fall and kind of in the beginning months of winter, they tried to keep it relatively clear. But as soon as it starts to get really packed in and the temperatures drop considerably, then they just kind of abandon hope. So. And you can kind of tell that even like the frost trail, as it leads deeper into the actual to the east itself, you can see that it's probably about like a foot or so compared to like the 2 to 3 that's kind of on the sides of it, but it's still is laid in pretty heavy with snow. But it's at least like kind of clear cut, so you have a visual. Well, I mean, if nobody has anything for the betterment of the group, then I think we should probably go ahead and make haste.
Yeah, I think. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, we're already. I think in Vierden's mind, this is the point. We're past the point of no return. If he would even be looking out for it, like on the way to Snowstone, you know.
I'm gonna message Vierden and I'm gonna be like, "What does Behold up? Why have we stopped here?"
Was he not? Could he have not heard that conversation?
You guys are all kind of collectively next to each other. Yeah, you guys are all within like 15, 20 feet of your mounts.
I think I still will message him, just like really just taking in the sights. I think we're about ready to go. Like just in case, like it's like, man, he's old. I don't know if he can hear. Like, pew, shoot him a little message back.
If anything, you could probably hear a little bit better than normal, right?
I mean, it's pretty quiet. There's no wind to kind of disrupt. And as soon as the individuals kind of pointed out, and then the conversation with Aksov kind of transpired, you can kind of hear kind of the echoing and the reverberation of like the hooves of like the horses that they're drawing their carts kind of more north at this point.
They have horses. They don't have the Walian oxes.
They do have horses, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you can.
I think seeing that will make me have a little bit of confidence with the Walian oxes. Just because if horses can travel this, and it's not like that means like, and the Walian oxes are what is chosen for this leg of the journey, so that means that these Walian oxes are probably some, like heavy duty equipment we're bringing out here, right? Like
yeah.
You know, that sounds pretty good.
Well, the Walian oxes also they don't succumb to snow difficult terrain, which basically makes it so this journey is even doesn't take twice the amount of time. So.
God.
So that's also kind of the benefit to them. But at this point, as you all kind of, as Aksov kind of whips his reins and kind of starts off into the path itself, as you hear like the snow crunching underneath all of your different various mounts, footfalls or hoof falls rather, as you all kind of and begin now into the actual frost trail. As you traverse those couple of 100 feet, very quickly you're now kind of surrounded by all sides with just like kind of densely packed trees. As the snow kind of comes up high on all the trunks, you can see that the canopies above you are heavily clad in snow. And even as you guys are continuing forward, every once in a while, with the weight of the snow, you can see kind of like the snow will kind of drop off in a flurry and like a cloud of like almost smoke looking, to the smoke looking effect as it disperses off and hits the floor in front of you. So, is there anything that any of y'all would like to do at this first portion of the journey?
Our marching order, like if I accelerated my pace to like get closer to Aksov, would we have like a private moment to speak? I guess.
I would.
Or would it be too close?
Well, so the path like will fit about like 1.5. So like you could get close if you wanted to talk briefly, but for like extended duration of time, it's not very beneficial to actually have you both side by side. You kind of be like on like the curb itself, like stepping kind of half into the deep snow and also like on the path. But you could. Also, I would like to get a marching order from your group. So.
Oh. Well, I think we have at least.
Is it going to be consistently that? Okay.
At least
I'm
for
gonna
now,
keep it.
until we find a reason to change it. But
Okay. Aksov.
Until the people in the front start getting hammered by orc arrows.
It's dead.
yeah,
Is
works
there?
out great. Aksov is first.
Yeah, how far
Denver.
apart do we want to be
You're
for
next.
this
I,
convoy?
I think my biggest concern with this traveling is us losing visual
Oh, it
on
was.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to tie a rope to all of us? I mean, we have enough feet of rope that we could just have a chain going.
I have, I think, 300 feet of rope on me.
I was about to say, I have
I feel
200
like
on me.
If we all have
Denver.
lights, we should be okay as long as we don't stray super far.
I didn't buy a torch for shit, I don't think. I could, like, light a stick on fire, but that's burning our precious
You
stick
brought-
resource.
You brought no light source.
Oh!
You got dark vision, bro.
You don't.
So the song "The White March" just came on, which is very
I
perfectly
mean,
timed.
Let's
I
go.
can cast
No,
light on
no.
something of yours.
So I will. So as you guys are kind of starting into this journey, Aksov does kind of speak up, and I prefer that we probably, for at least this first day, we probably would like to probably want to go at the fast pace, so that we can just kind of breeze through this at least initial portion, and we can get to the landmark, and then maybe we can adjust the pacing as we want to go. But I think today, so that we can kind of get to that point and at least bed down somewhere that is with the roof over our heads, then I think that would be more beneficial than taking precautions. But it's up to the group. I'm here. I'm obviously a team player, and so I feel like, now that we're actually out here, we need to have each other's backs, and we all need to kind of collaborate. So what do y'all think?
That'd be that, I think
If
that
that
sounds
doesn't
good.
put undue stress on our mounts, then I think that could be beneficial. Yes.
I do.
It would
Well,
be-
I think even if we stress him, our biggest concern is getting to sleep tonight. Like, getting to where we need to be is already kind of a concern.
Yes, I think that they will. It will put some stress on them, but I do think that they'll make it up with overnight rest, and obviously, hopefully, in theory, it'll be indoors, and I will think we'll be all right. They will get stressed, but better, stressed in a cave than stressed in the elements.
Oh, now would be the best time for it when the oxen are fresh.
yeah,
also-
Aksov, are you a decent enough, I guess, lookout? Because you'll be up front, or would you rather somebody else be up front and keeping an eye
He
out?
kind of smirks, and he kind of gestures to his eye patch and says, "To be honest, I do not think that this, as he kind of adjusts it, will help very much for discerning anything. So I do not mind if I maybe in the middle or towards the front, but at least in the middle. I have obviously traveled this path in the summer, and so I feel like I'll have a little bit more of a bearing. So I don't think I should be in the back. But I think that if somebody else is more keen of sight, then I feel like that would be beneficial."
I think
Well,
I can define paths quite well, and
I have Boulder, like my owl. By the way, like, yesterday wasn't great. What's my vibe on the relationship between Boulder and Kavkin? Are they like, can I have him like chilling with them a little bit, or?
I would say for this first leg of like the journey, as you guys are traversing, kind of that first hour in the morning, go ahead and make an animal handling check to see how they're vibing.
Okay, sure. Well, they're not. That's a 6.
Okay.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
So yeah, you kind of keep telling your owl to kind of like get into the space of Kavkin and like get familiar with each other,
Yeah.
but it is not going well, and it gets
It's like
the
my version of paternal, which is like kind of attack him a bit. Like, get in there.
Yeah,
I don't
really.
know if you're about it.
Exactly, as he's kind of like getting up in Kavkin's face, and it's just he's starting to get frustrated, and eventually you kind of call off. You kind of call. What's your owl's
Yeah.
name, by the way?
My owl's name is Balder. But like, the reason I was asking the question, because if they don't have a decent relationship, then I'll have Balder flying overhead. And so the purposes of like, if we're trying to keep an eye out, like I can stay behind Aksov and like intermittently kind of like feed off my familiar senses as we're traveling.
Okay, yeah, I would say that with the first portion of the journey and seeing how that kind of went, you were like,
Yeah.
you should probably let Balder go first. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where you're
And-
kind of staying.
and Balder is a fae, so I don't give it like. Well, you ain't gonna get tired. Get up there, like, get some distance.
yeah, and I'll
Hell, there's a breeze, but
I'll take the front. I can find the path and maintain our bearing pretty well. I say to Aksov.
Like I said, obviously, I mean, I'm sure that all of you collectively, besides as he points over to Denrick with his visor down, I do not think that, I mean...
I put it back up.
It fell down.
Yeah, you put it back up.
there's
But
like a big icicle on it, just weighing it down.
by all means, and so at this point,
Unicorn.
the marching order will have adjusted. So let me switch it. So we kind of, at this point, you guys kind of all collectively stop and now are rearranging. So what's the order going forward now?
I'll take the front.
Okay.
That makes sense. Him in the front, then the same order.
I
So
do.
Aksov, myself, and then.
You know what? I do
Yeah.
have my visor down to keep the snow out.
Sounds good.
That's a strategy.
So it's gonna go Zahir, and then it's gonna go Aksov, or
mug.
Yeah, Zahir, Aksov, then myself.
okay.
So in my mind, the marching order only changed by Zahir going to the front, unless anyone else wants to change what they're doing.
Anyone else?
I'm getting back.
Okay, so then it's Denrick, and then it's Morello. Okay, so as you kind of have this initial discussion, but you all collectively good with going at a faster pace.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a -5 to your passive perception at a fast pace, but obviously you'll get there within the timing that you more than likely will need. So with that, as you guys all kind of continue, pretty uneventful, honestly, for this first stretch of the journey. As you, I would say that it's cold, obviously, because it's the region that you're in, but there's no wind. There's like a breeze every once in a while, but it kind of sends like a chill kind of down your spine. But it is very kind of calm. It's kind of ominous. Every once in a while, you kind of hear, and you hear like maybe like branches or something kind of. You see branches kind of breaking off in the distance from the heavy snow that is resting on a lot of these branches. Every once in a while, you kind of have to dodge out of the way as some of the snow kind of drops onto the path itself overhead. But quiet as the snow continues to kind of fall. It's very peaceful. Besides the fact that, there's obviously a lot of dangers out here, and you guys are probably all collectively stressed as hell.
Right.
But do I have? Okay. What's that?
Well,
I guess intermittently, like I guess it depends on like how much I need to control Kafkin as going at a fast pace. But like every once in a while, like when I feel like I have control, I'll be like kind of going in and out of Baldur's, like just Borging out, like just Borg in and kind of view the surroundings, like just like we're going up on a hill or something. Listen for us, like just pop in for a minute and then go in and out of that.
Okay. So go ahead and make perception check, just kind of collectively.
Okay. Am I using my owl to do it or myself?
Your owl.
This would be disadvantage, right?
I think owls have advantage on.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it would be a disadvantage. So yeah, it'd be normal.
Well, I got a 2 on that, so it don't fucking matter.
Okay. So you kind of.
5.
Okay, nice. A strong perception check out the gate. As you kind of have Baldur kind of staying overhead, kind of getting like going up above the canopy every once in a while, kind of getting up tall, kind of perching a little bit ahead of the group, but just kind of keeping like eyes on the immediate area. And for the most part, you feel pretty safe for with his observations, and so you kind of keep going back in and out. I would like everyone else to go ahead and actually, hold on. Before we continue with that, actually, everyone make perception checks. Because you're doing that, kind of going back and forth, and then everyone else going to make perception checks. You can make perception check for yourself, if you'd like.
Oof, let's get it.
Is it still with
5-0.
advantage?
It'd be with it'd be with disadvantage because of the snow.
I
You
can roll disadvantage if you want, but I did start off with a nat 1, so.
bastard.
I don't think you can get worse than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but let me try.
Let's see, 0. What the?
The die broke.
I have rolled a 0 before.
You've rolled an actual straight up
you
just
got
dead ass
that
0.
one.
A
I
dirty
rolled a
0.
19. Rolled a 19, then I rolled a 6.
Yeah, I got it.
Total.
Okay, so starting with Morello.
I got a 9.
9. Oh, let me go ahead and roll Aksov here.
Look, man,
Where are you
perception's
pointing
not
at?
my thing.
There's about to be a bugbear in our pocket.
Yo, friends.
Okay, so go. Okay, Morello and then Denrick. What was yours?
8.
We're looking out for items,
And then
Firmir's gonna
Bearden?
fucking just ascend.
Bearden, what was yours?
Bearden got a nat 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
and then
My
here.
Owl got a 5.
I got a
I got
10.
a 2 on that die.
Got a
I
10.
got 1 on this die.
Okay. So as you all are kind of looking around for this first stretch of the journey, Bearden, you're just kind of like you're looking
I'm
around
so stressed
and
about my bird.
you're looking around, but you're also kind of like in your own head a little bit thinking. So you're like staring off, but a lot of it is just like internalization of certain things that was going through your head, and you're just kind of like, all right, like you're not present for this first portion.
D&D was supposed to be like escapism. We didn't have to get real. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, no, it's got. But I would say as you all kind of venture forward, no one seems to discern anything. It's relatively quiet. Kind of, I mean, so far so good. However, 3 more hours for a collective now of 4 hours. I will need everyone to make. Yeah, what's up?
How thick is the canopy? Is it like dark as we're going?
Me.
So it's not super thick. However, it's not like dark. I mean, it's a little bit obviously kind of covered, and so less light will enter in, but it's not like significantly like dim light. It's just like it is covered where like you can't see the sky openly, but there are pockets and there are things that yeah. So it's not super terrible.
So mechanically, it's not dimly lit.
Exactly. Yeah, mechanically it's not dimly lit. However, I will need everyone. This will be the first Constitution saving throw you will need to make for the cold temperatures at this
Would
point.
I be able to maintain resistance on myself? Light isn't concentration, so it would be the only spell I'm concentrating on.
You're concentrating on resistance. Is it an hour?
It's a cantrip and I can cast it every minute for.
I think we already discussed this, and I said no just because of the
No.
kind of the like. It'd be hard to focus on a lot of different things if you're sitting there constantly just casting that on yourself, and so if that it just would be a lot of mental taxing just on yourself. You know, even though it is a cantrip. Okay, so for everyone, I want to say everyone had insulated, so it's advantage on the check.
Yeah.
And then
+3 for the fur coat.
and then for the coats it should be +3. So I think everyone got
3.
I want a
for
1.
the
I get a
Constitution.
+1 to mine. Because
Okay.
I got the light one,
yeah. I'm sure y'all.
but I still get a 24.
24. Okay, Denrick.
I ended up on a 21.
21.
Sorry, Denver.
You're good, Viridin. Denrick.
Advantage.
Constitution saving throw. Advantage. +3 from the code, correct?
If you got the heaviest
20.
cloak.
26, bro.
That'd be
close to-
17.
17. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone thus far, you guys packed accordingly. Y'all did good.
Feeling good.
Yeah, you're feeling good.
Solid,
It's
man.
it's chilly, but I mean, y'all are dressed appropriately, and you planned ahead. And so honestly, it's cold. It's kind of cold on the exterior portions of your body, kind of like your face. And kind of it kind of creeps in every once in a while. However, it is bearable, and y'all continue to trudge forward without issue. So the first 4
I
hours.
insulated my helmet.
Yeah, bro. Hey, it gets kind of chilly. You're like, actually, you like shift your visor and it like warms you up. All right, so that's first 4 hours down of travel. Uneventful,
Trust in my Under Armour.
but now kind of going into the second half of the day. I'm gonna need everyone to make perception checks again.
Do I get to do my
stop
weird
it.
owl myself, or
I would say choose one. I would say choose one. To
owl
make-
for sure?
Okay.
You can't get mad at
Don't let me
me,
down,
man.
buddy. I said, don't let me down, buddy. Hey, that's 21.
21.
23.
Yeah, my first roll was a nat 1. Then I got an 18. So
I think that was 10.
This is still a disadvantage.
Yes.
so actually, no,
wait.
I am totally mistaken. I did get a nat 1 because I rolled with advantage, and it should have been a straight roll. So I did get a nat 1 on my fucking owl.
Okay.
I got a nat 1 on myself, then on the owl.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm blind. My owl's not doing good either.
You're snow blind.
Okay.
The owl's only
Go ahead, and Morello. What'd you get?
That one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Holy shit,
Y'all are
y'all.
blind as hell.
Man, we're
Denrick, what'd you
good,
get?
Man, it's gonna be a frost giant
I'm
amongst us.
switching.
Denrick, what'd you get?
Blue die.
Not on my watch.
10.
Sir
And then
Derek.
Sahir, what'd you get?
23.
Oh, okay, cool. And then
Alright.
and then you got nat ones. So 2 nat ones. So and that was with your owl, right? That was with your owl.
It was with my owl, yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
got that one. Then my owl got that one. I went 2-1-1 on the
Oh,
Wait.
die.
your ass.
As you're using Balder to kind of see through, for some reason he seems to kind of like keep glancing down towards Kavkin, which is kind of counterproductive to looking around. And so you think that you're sensing some of the hostility that they are sharing amongst each other.
Dude, I don't know. I don't like. I had a parenting workbook for like how to like integrate them, but I left it at home and I didn't think to buy one at the bookstore. So now I'm just like, I don't know. These kids will be the death of me. That's why I drink. That's why I have a full bottle of wine with me.
We have a full bottle of wine.
Fucking your name's on it, buddy.
Yes.
Hold on, let me go ahead and
I forgot my wine. I'm sad.
okay. So everyone, and I would say, Sir Denrick, you're the helmet's kind of making it a little difficult. You do have the visor up, but it's still kind of like a heavy clad kind of piece of equipment over your head, so it's kind of making it a little bit difficult. And there are multiple times where like the snow starts to build up on the visors, it's shifted up, and starts to like seep through and get into your vision, and it's just kind of frustrating. Aksov, you can see he's kind of like wipes his eyes every once in a while and kind of looks around, but obviously he's an eye patch, and so it's kind of difficult for him to kind of. He's using one eye at this point, so it's kind of frustrating. But Zahir, you with your keen eyes, kind of adept at kind of adept with just being out in the wilderness and this kind of terrain, not necessarily this intensive terrain, but similar. And so as you're looking around, you are dead in front, which is good. And so as you're looking out and kind of keeping an eye on things, you do see off to the left-hand side of the road, about probably still, I mean, with that high of a roll, probably about 100, 150, or 100, 125 feet off, you can see that it seems to be a disruption of the snow off to the left-hand side. So, I mean, as you're looking around, there seems, there's like mounds of snow that kind of like encompasses the area off the actual trail itself, but there seems to be a disruption of some sort off to the left-hand side up ahead, and you can kind of see as it kind of tracks off into the snow to your left more. But you can't really tell what it is at this distance, but it's like you can see that there's unevenness to a certain portion. It's not like
on the road 120 feet up.
It's
Or 120 feet off the road.
No. So it begins. So you can see it's up at the front, and it begins at the left-hand kind of portion of the road, but then dips in deeper into the actual like forestry around you.
I'll stay back. I'll stay back behind me. There's likely some activity up ahead. Recent.
Aksov at this point kind of, hey, hold on, as he kind of calls back to everyone, and kind of everyone's kind of at this point slinkies and stops.
Snow's disturbed about 120 feet ahead. Do we want to approach a bit slower?
Yes, I believe. At this point, I'll pull out my mace as well.
Yeah, at this point, having it called out, could I send Balder to check it out?
Yes, having it called out, you can go ahead and definitely do that. As you kind of,
we should take extra caution while we are going around if there's movement.
So I'd like to send I think before I go, I'll message Aksov because he did hire us, so I feel like he is the presumed authority figure right now.
okay.
So I think before I go into Balder, I'll message him saying like I'll scout it out 1 minute, and I'll then warg over to my familiar and send the familiar over and look through their eyes.
Okay, I would say since obviously everyone's been around you, and they all know you have an owl. So I would say at this point, here with your high passive perception, you can kind of see an owl kind of flutter off one of the nearby branches and kind of swoops forward, and you know that it's Balder. So you kind of all at this point kind of collectively know. You do hear Axel be like, "That sounds good." As at this point, why does everyone want to text me?
Dude.
Goodness gracious. I'm gonna. So
pull my repeating crossbow out of my saddlebag, and I'm gonna load a 30-round magazine.
all right, as you kind of
Got the drum mag.
as you have it slung off to the side of your
Fire arrows.
off to the side of your, who do you have? You have Hero. So you kind of take it off, get it loaded up.
Doesn't he also have the sword of heroes?
He does
Dude,
at the
you got
side.
the sword of your damn fucking horse.
Let's go, dude.
So as Baldur kind of flutters forward and kind of perches up over where this disturbance is, you can see that it looks like there's two large grooves kind of in the snow, and they're about like a 7 to 8 foot gap in between them as they cut through the snow and go deeper into the actual forested area itself as they just kind of cut through. However, you know that at one point they probably were a lot deeper. However, you can see that they're about half filled at this point with snow, but definitely still significant enough to where you could discern them.
So it's like
What?
So is it like paths? I'm saying the beginnings of, or is it say like there's activity and then these paths emerge into the forest type thing? Like,
So you can see farther down the path that there was there was similar grooves in the path. And then all of a sudden it abruptly cuts off to the left and just beelines it into the wooded area itself. If that answers your question.
That actually does. So it seems like it was on the path, then something cuts.
And then it just immediately cuts to like at a 45-degree angle and just beelines into the woods.
Okay, but they're partially filled with snow. Like
So there's been a duration of time at this point.
45, bro.
Oh, sorry.
90, dipshit.
Not even
45?
He said,
Nobody
bro.
flying. Nobody flying.
That's why that was earlier.
45?
"Oh man, that's
Good
oh
old
goodness."
I'll put my visor back down, dude.
Yeah, I would if I were you,
As you-
dude. What angle does it come down on? Solid 45.
That one, bro.
You know, looking at Nox now actually sleeping, I 1000% need to get this man a bigger crate. I feel bad now. Anyway, that's aside. Bro, this man, I mean, he's not super bad, but it's also like, oof. Hopefully my receipt's still good enough. I mean, I've had the crate only for like a week. Oh, well. Anyway, So, at this point, Baldur's kind of perched up, kind of sees this. What are you doing?
It's
The only thing, can I make a roll? Because I think myself, and then also I believe Virden, my first thought would be ice wolves, and I want to see if there's anything I can do, like a survival check or something, to see if there's anything I can pick up kind of looking at this, or something that would like point me in that same direction to confirm my suspicion that
I would say you can make either a survival or an insight. Your choice.
insight every day. Okay. Yeah, please.
I can give a higher bonus.
By far.
Yeah, it is.
So 14.
It is.
14. You just looking at this, so it's about a 7 to 8 foot gap in between them, right? So like here's like the whole space is occupying. The grooves are kind of like this as they kind of cut in, and there's obviously a gap in between them.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking at it, it doesn't look like it would be anything. At least it doesn't, like, thinking like wolves specifically, it doesn't look like it'd be wolves. I would say with a 14, you could discern it would probably similarly, and considering that you saw earlier and it kind of is fresh in your mind, it could probably be a little more similar to like a vehicle of some sort, and like the spacing between like the wheels itself, like the wheels of the sides, yeah.
Yeah, so the tracks I'm seeing. So I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, it's like a traveled path, like maybe 1 or 2 times type thing, not like a. Because my first thought was like maybe a wolf den, like constant travel.
Right. No, it seems like a singular, just a singular go.
Okay. So I think I think with that I will still, again, before conferring with the group, I will message Aksov.
Okay.
And I'll report that to him. It's just like report like the dimensions of it, for one, like based off the base I'm seeing, it seems like a like 2 tracks. My best guess looking at this is perhaps some type of cart. And then I guess, does that sound suspicious to you? Does it sound like something we need to keep a keen eye out for? Or could it just be someone getting shelter? But I also inform him as well as like it's about half filled with snow, so there's been some time since this was done. Maybe a day. I don't know. I can't track snowfall myself.
I don't think that anyone in their right mind would necessarily go deeper into the heavily snow-clad and kind of dense forest with any sort of cart or anything like that on their own volition. So I think that we should definitely keep our eyes peeled.
So
Do we want to figure out what did this, or try to go past it on our merry way? Because my concern is.
Are you just messaging him, or are you in a?
Yeah, dude, I am just I think I'm not like I'm just like doing like finger guns back at him kind of thing, because what I'm trying to like my conversation trying to draw from him is like, hey, like, which I think at this point I'll just go out and say to him is like, my concern is there somebody who might be on the trail looking for us, or could this just be a traveler who might have been driven by something bigger into the woods?
Honestly, these are all good conjectures, but I mean, there's only one way to find out if we all collectively want to investigate. I don't think that. I mean, the fact that they were coming, it doesn't look as you all kind of at this point like look down and see that there's no similar tracking going this way. You know, up until this point, so it does not seem like they have gone in the same direction of you. It seems that they were coming from the east towards you to the west. So
okay.
Could it be the people who are supposed to take care of the trail?
Honestly, very well. They very well could be. I know that there are some individuals that that they go out and they kind of make sure that everything is still boarded up when it comes to the storehouses and the warehouses and everything at the actual lake itself. So we'll have to see. I mean, honestly, it could be a multitude of individuals. There could be a lot of different people out here, but it is a little bit late for any sort of carriage or vehicle if you are as he kind of gestures toward you, Bearden, as you're suggesting. So I'm not entirely sure. I mean, as of right now, we've had good fortune. I don't see that. I mean, we could go off the road a couple hundred feet and see if we can find it, and if not, then we just keep pressing.
I think for the sake of convenience, I'm going to say like this is now like being brought up to the group, so I guess I'll bring it up to everyone. And with the information given, I guess do we want to see if this is maybe some trouble or somebody needing help, or do we want to just stay clear and just keep going? Because again, we do have a limited amount of time to get to where we need to go.
Yeah, I'd figure we have limited time. We'd probably want to keep pressing on.
But if there is someone in need, I would like to see if we could help them.
Maybe when we get like right to where the trail breaks, I send my bird as far as it can go, and we see what's there and make a decision then.
That works for me. If that works for everyone else.
All right. Well, I guess let's keep a keen eye out as we're going. Because again, one thing that might be possible is, as Aksov said, and I don't even know if Aksov did say this out loud. I think if I recall, we were messaging, but I will say, as Aksov said, this. No, it wasn't even Aksov said. I suggested, I guess. But my concern is this could be a cart that was driven in there by something bigger, or like isn't really a lot of reason to get off the trail. So though it might be someone in need, the danger might not come from that trail. Like, let's keep a look around. Matter of fact, as I'm saying that, what's the rest of the environment look like? Is it just like still densely wooded kind of area?
From where you are, since you're still about 100, 125 feet, you can't see any sort of disruption in the immediate area.
Well, I mean, what is the immediate area?
Oh, the immediate area is still densely kind of compact trees. You still see that there's like the large kind of mounds of snow in varying different like kind of sizes and shapes as it's kind of compounded over time. Looks fairly undisturbed. Obviously, you can see some different portions where you probably think like game or animals or the falling of snow over top from like tree branches might have disrupted it. But there's not like significantly something super large where an altercation might have occurred at this point. At least from where you're standing.
Right. So we're seeing like that disruption of the snow, not necessarily anything else, or at least not right now.
Right.
Yeah. Then I think we have a decent thought. I think we probably don't travel fast, just so like our passive perception doesn't take the hit. Just because I think we would want to move cautiously up.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yes, we should probably slow down a little bit for 30 minutes to an hour.
Are we gonna investigate out of the woods?
What?
I don't believe that it is a good course of action.
Yeah, I think we get as close as we can. Maybe I send my bird out just because he doesn't have to travel it, and I'll tell you guys what I see, and we'll make our decision then.
Yes, I like that idea, just so we don't get ambushed if it is something bad.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, then I guess if everyone's in agreement,
All right.
let's get that
So
out.
we walk a little bit farther and have you check with your bird.
So are you guys all kind of?
Range.
Are you? What's up? So as you guys all kind of collectively make your way, kind of slowly, same marching order, kind of keeping your eyes peeled. Everyone go ahead and make perception checks again. Still with disadvantage because of the snow.
Doing my bird again. He better not nat one me. All right.
And
Dude, Aksov rolls really good for his first roll and then fucks it up for the second one.
Yeah. I got 15.
Okay. Marlo.
10.
Okay. Zahir.
10.
And then Sir Denrick.
Call it 8.
8, and then
Writing
then
down.
Aksov got 9. So, you got 15, right, Bearden? That was the highest, I think.
did.
Okay.
Through Baldur, yes.
Okay. So as Baldur kind of does a little like kind of scout of the area, make sure nothing kind of is peeking out or doing anything weird. However, as he is kind of looking around and he kind of goes a little bit farther down the path, you can see some disruption of snow kind of off the left-hand side and kind of like where it's kind of hard to discern what it'd be, but there's a lot of like disruption and dispersal of snow kind of off to the left-hand path and also off to the right-hand path. Kind of not like a
Fuck. Okay.
yeah.
How close to the cart tracks? Or how close to the presumed cart tracks is this?
So as Baldur kind of went a little bit farther, like it was probably about 30, 40, 50, like probably about 50-ish feet down the path a little bit. You can see off to the left and right of it. Not like immediately on it, but you can see probably about 15, 20 feet off the path or where a lot of these disruptions occurred. And you can actually see on the right-hand side of the path, you can see where almost like breaks of snow as people, I say people, as something or an entity plowed through onto the path and then it plowed through to the other side and kind of convened with this where this disruption is. And then you can see that this disruption kind of follows in suit with where the carriage hits and then where it diverts off, or the presumed carriage or the vehicle that you assumed.
Yeah, I think at this point I will communicate this to everyone. Also say like a lot more tracks further up. It looks like.
I would like to say just for as a note, it is similar to where like these actual like grooves are, where it's like that you can see something transpired, but like the snow has started to fill things in and it started to kind of cover it.
Right, but in comparison to our environment for the past couple
Yes,
hours, it's a lot of activity has happened.
Significant, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'll communicate that. It's like about, and I guess if I have an eye for it, the snowfall wise, it looks similar enough. Like whatever happened, like this, like about the same level of snow has been put in, or whatnot. Or is that?
I'd say that it's less only because you can kind of still see where this kind of transpired. So it was less, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll communicate then. So there's a lot of activity around where that break happens. It looks like a lot of things doing a lot of dancing. So
maybe
I can't think of any reasons to be congregating and hanging out around here if it wasn't for blood or money, and I don't see a whole lot of things that need money around here. So
also at this point,
maybe
at this point, you guys have now all collectively made it to where the grooves offshoot off to the path.
okay, so can they now see all the grooves?
They can see where the groove. They can see the grooves where it came down the path, and they can see where it buckles off to the side, and they can see it as it kind of leads in. And as you guys are calling it all standing here, it kind of like goes a little bit northwest. Kind of like at a 45-degree angle, kind of like bows out a little bit more, like heading straight north as it goes deeper in.
Okay. But I guess
are there tracks off to the right?
Yeah, so here you guys are, right? Here's the path going forward. Here's where like these grooves kind of start to go off and kind of cut up and kind of go out. And where you guys are standing now, you can see that there's a lot of disruption of just things kind of following suit, probably about 20 feet off of where the grooves are. You can see a lot of like kind of tracks and heavy disruption of like almost in tandem with it.
You notice any footprints, Bearden?
I think I communicated what I did see. As far as
Just
like to everyone. I'll
Sir
communicate
Denrick, if you want to look for
disruption.
footprints, Sir Denrick, you can go ahead and make a survival check.
Yes, because
And
it could
I
be
guess-
hunters, and not just animals.
I'll look for
Yeah.
footprints.
Yeah, could I?
And in the meantime, I'll send Balder, like as I said I would do, like following that path, and let me know when it's at a point where I can see whatever.
17.
But my range, again, I'm familiar. My range is 100 feet for telepathic communication.
Telepathic. Okay, sounds good. So for your 17 to look for tracks, you can't really discern tracks, at least from this distance. It just looks like disruption and displacement of snow. It's not like a thin. It's not like a thin layer of snow where like where where the outline of paws could be like discerned. It's like there's like holes and stuff going like cutting through, and because the snow's so deep, it's difficult to actually see what caused this or what created it. Just because the snow is so deep, and you're assuming that kind of like it probably sunk in, and then as it shifted or moved or whatever it did, it disrupted it and kind of dispersed it.
I guess I wouldn't gather anything for like how deep the footprints are.
You can tell with the 17, you can tell that it was a heavier set creature. They seem to
Creature or person?
an heavier set
How many
entity,
people get?
whatever it is, a heavier set disruption. And it does seem, and with that as well, it seems like obviously more than just one individual. It seems like maybe a group of things, a group or a large entity or a group of them or something like that.
Seems to be something heavy set. Maybe multiple of them.
Might I be able to guess how old these channels are based on like this current snowfall?
Make a nature check. And while you do that, actually, I'll let you make a nature check. Yeah.
While you do that, I hold my action with my
Oh.
crossbow.
That's a 16.
Yeah, while all this is happening, I'll stay like watching around too, making sure that nothing's happening.
Okay, make a perception
I
check.
hold my action to go full.
With disadvantage, 16 for nature. You can discern with the snowfall. It hasn't really been snowing, at least from where you were in Grimtoll Hold. And so, just kind of thinking about the last couple of days and kind of how it's falling right now, you could probably presume that with the current piling of snow and like what's kind of being laid upon this disruption, it's probably this probably occurred a couple weeks ago, week or two ago.
So it hasn't been
Okay.
snowing?
So in the last couple of days that you've been in the region, it hasn't been snowing super heavy. Today is probably one of the heaviest days that it's been snowing at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
So these could be very old.
they could be.
Okay.
They could, but not like through 2 or 3 months, but definitely
Yeah.
I would say a couple weeks to maybe
Comparatively old.
yeah, comparatively, yeah. Not like hey yesterday. It seems like this might have transpired a little while ago.
This very likely didn't happen recently. So I think we are good to just continue on.
That is good to hear. Then yes, let's keep moving.
Let's
It's
probably be cautious for a little while,
I think
but
I'll- I
then
think
we'll
I'll
be able to
still-
pick the pace back up.
I guess yeah. I have my owl down there. Do I see anything down that path?
So with the 100 feet, you can see as you kind of get to that end of the so it's 100 feet telepathic, like you can talk to it, but you can still see within greater distance than that, right? Let me see. It's fine familiar, right?
Yeah, fine familiar. That's what I'm reading. Nope. You have to see if you're within 100 feet to see through its eyes as well.
100 feet.
Yeah. Which, like, I mean, 100 feet linear for me, so maybe it flies up or something, or
Well,
whatever, but still only 100.
Well, so as it does get kind of thick, like the trees do kind of obscure a lot of the kind of like the raised snow and the trees do kind of obscure a lot of the vision, but you kind of know where 100 feet is, and you kind of have them go to that break point and kind of land in a tree, and you do see probably about 200-ish feet from where from where you guys are on the road. You can see kind of at like a 45-degree angle, smashed up against a bunch, like a cluster of trees. You see a large kind of covered carriage smashed into a cluster of trees. All like kind of, you see like even through his eyes, you can kind of see actually, so you can see it, but go ahead and make a perception check for me with disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. I'll roll the dice on that as the.
He sees that, or we see
I got a
that?
10. I set my bird to do this.
His bird. You got what?
Yeah. So I got a 10.
Okay, so yeah, I would say just with a 10, and kind of at this distance with this snow, I would say that, yeah, you see that the carriage is kind of smashed. You do see that the integrity, obviously, of it is heavily what's the word? Integrity has been jeopardized, and you can see like the front kind of wheels have been kind of like off shifted, and it almost sits kind of like the front of it kind of sits resting on the ground as the back kind of remains on the wheeled kind of elevated portion of it.
It's a covered carriage, right?
Yeah, it is like it's a covered carriage.
How much snow's on top of the carriage?
I would say from here, I mean, you can see it's
Like, yeah, whatever my perception on it is, but
I would say it doesn't. I would say anywhere from like 6 inches to a foot.
okay. Is that kind of consistent with what we saw with the other tracks? I mean, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like 200 feet down the trail.
Yeah, from where you started, from where your group is, kind of at the bisecting kind of grooves. Yeah.
Okay.
As you kind of.
Yeah. So I'll work out of that.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you see anything in front of us?
Nothing of interest. And I'm good to go. I won't even mention the cart. I'm good to go. Because Virden doesn't want to be slowed down. I'm ready to go. Like, I was pretty much the reason why I asked for snow is like I don't see signs of life, and I'm like, I just want to get to camp, and I don't want these do-gooders to hold me down. Like, I'm ready to go.
We call it do-gooder, you do-batter.
I obviously didn't say that to you as Virden. Virden obviously didn't go like these fucking schmucks, but like also realistic. Like, okay, there might be supplies or there might be supplies or something in there, but I think we prepared, and I'm like, I'm ready to keep going.
He has this inner turmoil, but all he says is that nothing of interest.
Yeah.
Good to go. Aksov will chime in and be like, well, what exactly did you see?
Saw the tracks continue, but the tracks continue. I can only see so far with the bird.
Make a deception check.
Sure.
Slimy guy.
24.
24, okay. Aksov's like, all right then. I mean...
Wait, sorry. 21.
21?
Alright, I trust you.
Aksov, I mean, honestly, collectively, I mean, if someone wants to roll insight to try to combat that, but I mean, at face value, I would say Aksov's like, all right then, I mean, no sense of wasting our time. We've already kind of spent a handful of minutes. I say we continue on.
Yes, we should still be careful just in case, though, for the next little bit.
Yes, let's be cautious for another half an hour.
Sounds good. I'm down for that.
Well, another whole time.
So, with that,
I have something to say.
yeah, what's up? Go ahead.
So, and with this encounter, we're like kind of conversing. Like while back in town, Zahir had more of like a open, warm attitude towards everyone. He's like out here on the trail. He's more of like a significantly more steeled resolve, like cautious and calculated.
Sounds good. Good to know.
Yeah, I think noting that I might have shared it, assuming everybody had like the same mentality I probably did. But I still think like Virden would be like prioritize speed over everything else. So seeing no significant danger, yeah, he still wouldn't have shared the cart. Like, good to go.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to say or do before continuing on?
So,
I'm good.
And yeah, that's all.
Keep an eye out. Keep my
Okay.
eyes peeled.
All right. So as
I guess as we travel down the trail, do we ever get
Eyes are
closer to that cart? Like just like geographically, like does the trail curve and we get a little?
No, I mean
No?
the at this point pretty consistently. Besides like the first kind of curve off and then actually leading into the wooded area, the frost trail has been pretty consistently like it'll veer a little bit, but it's pretty consistently just dead east. It hasn't done
Okay.
anything crazy. But okay, as you all
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
fine.
as you all at this point go ahead and make your way, continuing down the path. I'll need everyone to go ahead and make more perception checks. Go ahead and make perception checks with disadvantage.
I want everyone to know there's probably +3 magical swords
Dirty
for all
20.
of us in that cart. There's +3 magical swords for all of us in that cart.
I don't
Could've
even
done
Guess-
the right thing.
Guess you'll never
I need to
know.
roll more Constitution
Yeah.
saving throws.
I will let you know when you need to do that. But for now, perception with disadvantage.
Am I still able to bird it up?
You can choose whether you want bird or
Yeah.
if you want you.
Bird then for this. And
You don't want me
Birdie
to
bird
remind the teacher
is-
about the homework?
I will. Yeah, birding is gonna be 16.
Just wants to
60.
flex his Constitution saving throw.
So y'all
I was
y'all
like, I'm fine with it too. man.
when I get checks from y'all, I'll just do like top to bottom. So it'll be Morello, Denrick, Bearden, Zahir, just like consistently, so we just know kind of in order. So Morello, what was yours?
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay, Denrick.
7.
Okay,
Doing good.
Bearden
16.
and Zahir.
14.
Okay, Aksov got a 4 and then a natural 20, but obviously the natural 20 doesn't work. So, so as you all kind of continue to make your way, you do continue to kind of see the kind of grooved kind of disruption of the path for the carriage itself, that or the cart or whatever that you kind of inferred made those grooves early on. You kind of still see them every once in a while, but as you just kind of at a fast trot, kind of making haste, every once in a while you disturb some sort of wildlife, and you kind of you'll hear like an echo of something off to the right or the left. And you kind of see like some deer will jump and kind of
Hold it in. No,
just-
I'm fucking with you.
just peace out. Yeah, and then at one point you kind of hear, as you kind of hear like a raven kind of get disrupted and kind of go off as it kind of echoes, and it's weird. Like, it reverberates across the landscape. It's extremely quiet, which is kind of unsettling, but settling to some degree because you assume that you'd be able to hear if anything was trying to make its way up to you.
I can also hear that.
But
Burrowing under the snow.
I would unless there's if there's anything y'all would like to
Snow
do.
spiders.
If there's anything that y'all would like to do
Um,
for this next duration of time, as you guys are observing and looking around.
I mean,
No, I think I'm good to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn and ask Aksov. Does the path get complicated, or does it continue on with this eastward, due east?
I would say that honestly the most it is pretty clear cut. The forest trail, even in the summertime, it is pretty clear cut. There's not a whole lot of difficult navigation. I would say the most precarious that they could possibly get is at the ruins, and that is only because obviously it cuts through a varying dilapidated buildings and different things of that nature. And then obviously we have to cross what is now probably a frozen lake. But for the most part, it's pretty clear cut. I mean, there's not too much terrain when it comes to navigating itself, thankfully.
Excellent. That makes things easier.
Except for obviously, I would say the most difficult is just the fact of the density of the woods and how it can obscure a lot of things. And the snow obviously does not help. And so there's just a lot of things stacked against us. But we can take solace in the fact that it is pretty much dead east, and so it would be kind of difficult to lose our bearing as long as we continue.
was good to know.
Awesome.
So,
And
Okay.
Continue on.
okay.
We'll continue on.
So another 4 hours goes by. I need everyone to make their Constitution saving throw.
Con save.
Oh, hold on. Oh, dude, Aksov rolled a 4, but then he rolled a 14.
I rolled a 6, then I rolled a 13, so that's a 17.
Okay.
But I saw that 6, I'm like, fuck.
21.
Hey, it'll get
They got for installation.
it'll get one of y'all at some point. I believe it. So
Dude, I know it will. Yeah, I was this close to taking a feat just for Constitution. I told you what my don't matter.
Okay, so Morello.
21.
Okay, Denrick.
25.
You,
Posty.
Bearded.
You actually critically succeed. I got 17.
17, and then Zahir.
19.
19. Okay, and then Aksov obviously is good as well. As the day continues on, as you guys are kind of going at this quickened pace, but the cold does not pierce your clothes, and you're still comfortable. And so thankfully nothing is getting precarious when it comes to your surroundings, at least for temperature wise. But at the end of this 8-hour mark, the two 4-hour portions, the sun is rapidly fleeting from the canopy above, as the sun is now at this point starting to descend over the western horizon to directly behind you. At this point, the kind of during the day, the canopy didn't necessarily hinder too much, but now it is definitely making this sunset a lot more pronounced, and it is definitely making it darker quicker. Aksov at this point, he kind of calls out to the group. He says, "I don't want to be out here any longer than I have to past sundown. I say we should probably continue and even make faster haste." As he kind of at this point, kind of suggests to you, since you're in the front, Zahir, but to go into at least a gallop or a fast trot at this point. And as you guys kind of all pick up the pace, he does say, "We should honestly be pretty close. However, I would say we more than likely, if my information is correct, we probably have another hour or so. And I do not want to be out here in the dead of night, just
An hour of trotting.
yeah. Well, it's at least around 45. I mean, an hour from his projection, but he wants to obviously with the faster trot. Hopefully, you guys can bridge that time. But he wants to just.
Is this making it to the cave?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Already.
Do we
Already,
know
we went
animal
through
handling?
many hours of this. Yeah.
I was
you-
about to say, do we even know
I guess
if
we're
the
going
cave is
pretty fast on the
inhabited or
first.
not?
Okay.
The cave's about to be inhabited.
You asked that out, and Axel was like, "I guess we're going to find out, aren't we?" As you guys at this point now, with obviously the kind of the pacing that you're picking up, the wind obviously is now generated by you, and the cold air kind of hits your face, kind of starts to make you go a little bit numb, but you do still have kind of the thick cloak and the hood, and you have things to kind of mitigate that. But everyone, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I roll animal handling to see how Hero is doing?
I would say actually at this point, that's a good point.
me
God
too.
damn it! You asked the teacher for homework, you son of a bitch. You know what you did.
So I would
You
say
know what you did.
This
It's-
is the meta your ass.
No, it's fine. I was gonna have you do this anyway. Everyone, go to make animal handling checks because you now at this point are pushing past that 8 hours.
I get to make it with advantage just because the frost rune exists on my body.
Okay, sounds good.
I got a 15. Oh, wait for 15.
Thank the Lord for advantage.
13.
13. Morella, what'd you get?
12.
This guy looking all slimy.
12, and then what'd you get here?
That would be an
Yes.
18.
18. Okay, and then Aksov. Oh wow, Oof, that was close. His
My man was about to be like, we better hurry. Eats it.
so actually with fortunately for the group, all the animals do tend to your bidding as you kind of whip them into shape. None of them get apprehensive. I mean, there's a little bit of times where you kind of have to re-engage the reins and kind of get them to continue the pacing, but they all kind of collectively continue this out. And before too long, an hour goes by, and this music is getting oddly intense.
Really? Because I'm listening to Dead Man's Pocket by the Voodoo Sisters.
I'm probably
There's a
listening to the
bugbear
most
in your
peaceful
pocket, dude.
music ever.
Where's it?
I hear Skyrim.
So about another hour at this point goes by. Well, I'd say about 45-ish minutes. You guys kind of picked up the pace. You guys handled it. So I'd say about half an hour to 45 minutes goes by, kind of getting you at this point kind of about 20-ish minutes into your actual trot. The sun does descend. It does get dark out. I'm assuming that you guys with light spells do kind of activate those again to make sure that you are being able to be seen, amongst each other. And with that, especially here, with you leading the way and Morello in the back, Aksov doesn't even relight his lantern, as you guys are kind of the front and back kind of cornerstones here. As you eventually get to a point where so about 45 minutes goes by, and the snow at this point, as you guys are kind of making this pacing, does kind of let up a little bit. It kind of goes from moderate, and it does kind of die down to light at this point as it starts to fall significantly less. But as you guys are making headway, you can see a large, massive kind of boulder off to the right-hand side of the road, at which point Aksov calls out and goes, "Oh, yes, there!" As you can kind of all, you see those behind him can see him pointing off to the right-hand side to this boulder. And these continues. That is the indicator we were looking for. And he kind of like woes his ox as you guys kind of all now at this point kind of getting pace and kind of slow down, and you guys kind of all kind of make your way up to this large boulder, and you can see that this it has a large base, and you can see there's like spiraling kind of like rock design formations as it kind of slowly kind of goes to a point towards the top, kind of out of view. At which point he says, "No, it should only be another couple hundred feet north to the cave, and our shelter for the evening." So
That's a nice boulder.
Excellent.
I like that boulder.
It's not just a boulder.
it's a rock.
In preparation, I would like to send Boulder out again. Balder to the boulder.
I think we should approach cautiously.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
We may not be the only ones looking.
Don't you worry. I know you were wondering. Balder has 120 feet of dark vision.
Oh, I was definitely wondering. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh,
No longer with disadvantage.
Oh, so now I have it with advantage. Thank God for that.
no longer
Shit.
snowing.
Well, still 14.
Wait, this
14.
advantage doesn't make it just regular?
If you get, it does
If
make
you
it
have
regular, but
advantage?
Now, yeah, it made it go.
He was rolling it regular the whole time.
Yeah, I was rolling it straight, unless it was for myself.
So you're going out to the boulder. What are you looking for? Or this large?
Really looking.
Oh, hello?
there
looking for-
goes Logan.
Logie Bear.
No, now Todd's fucked up.
Todd's been fucked up.
What do you mean by that?
Oh no! Did
Put
it?
your camera on the stream.
Did he get grabbed?
Oh no, no, it's
What?
Hey, yo! What is?
Oh,
Yo,
no.
you're messing with the stream, man.
Critical mission
Bro.
failure.
Okay.
Whoa,
All right.
Wait,
It-
wait, I don't know what happened. Discord just
Alright.
murdered itself.
It's coming for all of us now.
All right. All right.
Too much.
Okay.
Alright, wait.
So.
As far as Balder, I'm looking for signs of recent activity, like through the snow or something, to suggest like that maybe something is inhabiting the cave or the boulder area we're coming to.
So the
Like,
boulder.
just gotta-
So as he kind of goes and
Yeah.
investigates the boulder and kind of the immediate area, you do not see any immediate disruptions, at least not of like significance. You do see that there is what looks to be a kind of like a little bit of disruption, kind of behind the boulder a little bit, but you can probably discern it's probably smaller game. It's just kind of maybe like rabbits or something, like a fox.
really fucking small.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
small, and tracks or disruptions of the snow. But as you look around, at least the immediate area seems clear.
All right, I will still have them kind of like ahead, kind of like at that kind of limit, kind of keeping an eye out as we approach. But yeah, I'll communicate to everyone. It's like so far so good. I see like there seems to be like as you said game activity, but yeah, I'll communicate to everyone that it doesn't seem to be anything alarming yet.
Oh, I will keep my missiles just in case.
Yeah, I'll keep a hand on my sword for sure.
Sounds good. All right, everyone kind of now prepped at this point. Aksov at this point kind of just takes his horse and just immediately goes into now as you make your way off the path itself, now it's about probably 3-ish feet deep snow. As the ox kind of clamber through it, it's almost about up to like their actual bodies at this point. A little bit under that as they're kind of clambering through. And now I would say, so with the sun going down and kind of as you're making your way through the actual kind of trees and the actual landscape here, it's starting to dwindle in temperature. It's starting to definitely get colder, and so kind of motivates you all to get to the shelter a little bit quicker. Roughly about a couple of like 2 or 3 minutes ish goes by. Eventually, you all make your way to. How far does the light cantrips cast? I guess I could look it up.
Goes
10 feet around you.
No. 20-foot radius for bright light, and then additional 20 for dim.
Okay. I would say that Aksov definitely relights his lantern at this point as well, which does illuminate a little bit more than your light spells. But now, kind of collectively, as you all are kind of going through, you can kind of see one another with this light kind of amongst your group. But after going a couple minutes through like this deep snow into the woods, you eventually do come across this kind of large, much larger than the boulder, this large rock formation. As you can kind of see, it kind of goes up and jets high up into the air. As it kind of ascends about 40 feet up or so, as the lantern kind of is out and kind of shining and illuminating the space, and it kind of starts to round off and kind of disappears into the darkness, beyond up above. And then, what?
Still mounted?
These are all still mounted.
His ox?
Yeah, he's still mounted.
Going up this, we're still mounted?
No. So you guys are like walking through, and now his light, as you guys are coming into view, his light is now casting onto this actual large rock formation itself.
Okay.
And at the base of it, you can see kind of directly in front of you, you see a cave opening, kind of like a kind of half semicircle cave opening. Roughly, as you guys all continue to step up, not too close, obviously, you're still about probably 30, 40 feet back, but you see it's probably roughly about 30 to 35 feet wide, and it kind of arches, kind of like rounds out to about the top portion being about 20 feet tall.
Well, shall we double check inside really quick before this mounting all of our gear?
Yes, I believe we should dismount and scout inside first.
That
Well,
makes sense to me.
Good idea.
So
I'll take the lead on that.
As you all go ahead and kind of dismount and now start to approach the cave itself. For those trying to make perception checks, go ahead and make perception checks.
At this point, I have my shield out as well while walking out.
And I'll cast Magic Stone.
Ooh,
Okay.
17.
17?
27.
Okay.
17 again for Baldur here. As I'm kind of having like, now that I'm getting away, especially from cast, I have him like with me.
Okay.
Is everybody going in there so far?
I think at this rate, it sounds like it.
Morello is said he'd take the lead there. Aksov does say that he. I think that it would also be beneficial if maybe one or two of us stayed outside, just in the event that we don't want to all leave our mounts out here and just get them abducted by anything. I'll stay outside if no one else wants to.
Yeah, if you'll allow me, Jared, I'll stay outside, and I rolled a 17 for perception. Instead, I can perceive the outside environment.
Okay. And then actually, Aksov rolled 17 as well. So Aksov and Virden, you will stay out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Gang shit, gang. Sketchy motherfuckers stay together.
Shit, I was gonna say shady boys stay outside. Let the fucking nerds go inside, huh?
Let them risk their lives for valor and honor and shit.
Yeah.
Valor and honor, I say, as I rush in.
So
behind hero, draws a sword of heroes and runs inside as a hero.
So as you all kind of. So Morello, what was your all three going in? Morello, Denrick, and Zahir. What was all your stuff?
17.
I guess I should roll it, shouldn't I?
17. Zahir.
9.
27.
27. Holy shit. So
Sees everything. It's got
So okay,
My
So,
third eye opens.
you just see,
X-ray
yeah,
light.
you actually just see everything clearly, dude. It's like sun just opened up. No, so I would say that to the right, as you guys are all kind of making your way, kind of slowly approaching the mouth of this cave, you're kind of looking around. Denrick and Marlo, you're both kind of looking kind of towards inward. No light or anything emitting from this cave. Obviously, there's only the light emitting from your sources at this point. See here, as you look off to the right, you do see kind of like breaking up the snow, kind of hugging the perimeter and curving around towards like the back portion, kind of going deeper into the woods itself. You do see almost what looks to be a dampened kind of trail of sorts, kind of like heavily packed down and kind of skirting along the exterior of this.
Very recent.
With that, I would say yes. With 27, very recent. It looks like it was like it was snowing today, but it still looks traversed. It looks like it was disrupted. I'll
halt the group and say there could be something lurking above on this formation.
Sir Denrick gets a fat fucking hamstring cramp.
As soon as he says that, I will move.
Cast healing on his hamstring.
I will say.
cast-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna cast light on like a rock and toss it up towards the ledge.
Okay. Real quick, I will say this for you to hear. You do notice that it's like it goes from the entrance of the cave and it continues around. It's not like it's like a path from the entrance and also around. It's not just like around. So just so you have that discernment.
Okay.
So it could obviously, like you already said, lead to something on top, but it also looks like it like entered in. So it could be either or.
Okay,
But-
Did I
Something
hear
could be
him
above
say
or
it could be something
within.
above?
I mean, they're literally like probably at this point like 40, like they're like almost entering the mouth, and you guys were only 40-ish feet away. So yeah, y'all are still close enough, and it's fairly quiet out.
Because what I would like to look for something if you allow me here.
is that?
Armor.
Is that a?
Helmet with the visor right now.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that was a human anatomy I was looking at.
Helmet.
Was it?
Oh, there. Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
So chatter.
Because I would like to look for something if I can, though. I know I already rolled perception, but
You were saying you're looking for something in additionally up top.
yeah. But now that I hear that there's something like is above, because I can like let you. Here's my worry. One thing that was mentioned quite prominently in the tavern was something about a basilisk. So I know there's things that fly out here. So what I want to do is I want to see if the game trails you mentioned, if all of them stop abruptly.
You want to fly it down kind of the path itself.
Yeah, I want to see if the game trails all trot, then suddenly stop without explanation.
Okay.
Because that one means something's flying.
Okay. So I will say first, Morello, what was you said you wanted to throw like a lit up rock towards the top?
Yeah, I wanna see if I can't see anything over there.
Go ahead and make an athletics check as you chuck it towards the top of this towards the
I
top of
swear
this.
to God, I thought you grabbed the monster manual as you're like you throw it up. And then you
Hey, so hold on, let me go ahead and see. Oh shit, it's a djinn.
Yeah. All right. Wide-eyed dragon.
You good?
Athletics. Sorry, I was like, what was I rolling for athletics? That's an 18.
18. So I would say you get it a good probably 30-ish, 40-ish feet. Like you get it to the point where it starts to round out and it hits kind of the wall and it starts to like it bounces kind of like the inertia bringing it up. And then it starts to kind of falter and roll back. But as you throw it up there, you don't see any noticeable entities or creatures kind of residing up like, above this actual like rock or formation of stone. I will.
Does it look like there's a ledge up there that something could be on?
As you were looking up, it looked pretty smooth. Like obviously there's kind of little like divots in it, but it looked pretty consistently like kind of smooth as it made its way up. It didn't look like any like significant perches or anything of sorts.
Okay.
This
thing is likely inside.
Yeah.
Baldir, as you're making your way, go ahead and
yeah,
make a
yeah,
perception check.
I was muted. Hey, can you fill me in real quick?
With what?
What I see?
What'd you roll?
What's happening?
No, you roll a 9, right?
Okay.
Well, I mean, Zahir points out that there's like almost like a game trail of sorts, like a packed down trail of sorts that follows the exterior to the right around the formation of rock itself, and it kind of goes from within towards the kind of perimeter of it. He called that out, and then Morello threw a rock with light on it, threw it up top, looked to see if there's anything like resting or perching above. Nothing seemed to be up there at this point, and you're kind of looking in and listening in with your perception of 9, and can't really hear a whole lot. You can kind of hear the reverberation of nothing. So,
Oh,
neat. So, with Baldir, I would say as you make your way to the, I would say it's obviously pretty significant. You don't need to make a perception check. With your 100 feet, it follows around the perimeter of this cave, but then it kind of cuts off and dips back into the woods and like continues off and like kind of just disperses. It doesn't like it's not abruptly ending, and it doesn't indicate what your hunch was of it by any means.
Yeah, so none of those other game trails that we saw earlier, none of those like running around seem to have like abrupt stops at any of them.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, I will say though also, I will say with your 27 or whatever, you do see, yeah, for Zahir, you also did see with your light and kind of, you do see, it was kind of covered up by some of the snow, but you know, because you're kind of looking keenly at the ground, you do see splotches of red dispersed amongst the trail that was that leads around, and the blood does continue in towards the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
solid.
So something wounded might be in here.
Something wounded.
Well,
Or maybe it dragged something else that was wounded. But either way, there's blood going into the cave or out. One of the two.
A
Shall
cave
we
bear, maybe?
explore deeper to try and figure out what this could be?
Worse, a cave troll.
I do not
down
even
for a
joke
cave
about
troll.
the cave troll. That would be very unfortunate for us.
What do y'all do?
I guess.
Never ran into a cave troll.
I guess it's still not clear. So let's just keep going.
Let's
flush this
we're
thing
I'm
Fancy
gonna
doors
turn
for you.
around. We are going to go further in. We see some blood trailing off, like something either is wounded in here or something got dragged into here. So we are going to go explore.
I had to sneeze and then it went away.
Talking to me.
Hate that.
No, talking
No,
to
I'm just yelling
I'm
out
assuming
of the
talking to me
cave.
and Aksov.
Yeah.
I think I'll hear that and I'll be like, all right, Aksov, does just the sound of that ring any bells? I know when they said something perch up, I tried to check game trails, see if like maybe something was hunting by flying. I couldn't find anything, but also I don't know if that means anything itself. But
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, things obviously need shelters to survive out here, so it could be literally anything. It could always. Hopefully, it's not the worst thing that lives out here. I think that's just with the proximity, kind of towards where the actual hold is. I don't think anything super crazy is going to be kind of out this way, but I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Am I next to him to talk to him or no?
I mean, you're like only 30 feet away.
I'm gonna run and grab one of my D&D books that I need.
You good?
By the way, what is the worst thing out here?
That's an excellent question. It depends on.
Sir Denrick's with us in the.
well,
At
you
the
guys
cave,
aren't far
please.
away.
Yeah, y'all are
We're
like.
just yelling at each other.
I mean, he is now.
Away.
I mean, you're not like yelling, but obviously you're kind of talking loudly. Sir Denrick is anyway.
Could be the worst thing out here, so I want to know what that is, just in case.
Listen, I obviously do not come out into the to the frozen wastes very often. This is my first time actually doing this, and so obviously your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I'm sure you've talked to the individuals that's in the city itself, and you probably heard stories as to what's out here. I mean,
I've heard
Like I said.
Remoras At least twice.
Ramorazes? Yeah, those are pretty fucked. I also know
The
that's
aftermath of one.
What is a Remoraz?
these massive.
Superheated insects
Yeah, they're
love to live in the snow.
they're not so good. Obviously dragons. I know that white dragons live at this point. I've not heard of any of them being in this area necessarily, but I do know that they have been in the White Whale expansion. So you never know when something like that could occur. But honestly, I'm starting to get cold as fuck. I say we figure out what's in there and we either dispatch of it or we find somewhere else to bed down because it is getting shitty out here.
Kind of look down at my crossbow, realize I don't really want to fight with a crossbow since I'm not good with it, and I'm gonna put it back on in my saddlebags and light a torch.
Okay. So as the torch lights.
I'll
I'm
look
gonna
over.
approach back to the mouth
Yeah,
of the cave with Zahir and
So like, how wide is the cave after you get inside?
Who has dark vision? You have dark vision?
Yeah, and I'm spreading 40 feet of light. Does it touch both sides of the cave?
So you have dark vision, Morello?
I'm double checking.
I know I give Dragonborns dark vision because that's just what's stupid as fuck if they don't have that. So you should have dark vision up to 60
humans,
feet.
you're gonna give humans dark vision?
No?
Can I have some dark vision?
Hell
Yo,
no.
I got
Are you giving it-
nogs. I
They
got
can
nogs,
breathe
bro.
fire. Why do they?
Wait, hold on. Dragons themselves have dark vision.
It's their
And then
crazy
and
magical
the
being.
lineage of dragons with dragonborns don't have dark vision, but you're telling me that every other race that makes no sense has dark vision? Yeah.
You're telling me I don't have dark vision?
Well, either way,
Okay.
how wide is?
So as you all kind of you waited for Denver to come back and step into the mouth of the cave. As you all kind of step into it, you see that the cave does, as you guys are entering in, does at a 45 Todd, 45. Here you go. 45 degree
45.
angle.
45.
45, not 90. 45. Wait,
45?
180? 180.
360?
45.
360?
45?
You like the angle?
100, 620,
45?
420.
So 45 degrees.
Anyway, so at 45 degree angles on both sides, it does open up. It does open up to the left and the right. And at its kind of farthest points, as you guys are stepping into here, it's about 90 feet across within this kind of large interior space.
Being that my light does not reach everything, I'm gonna cast daylight on.
Holy shit.
So 60 bright,
Hey,
60
y'all-
feet of
y'all
bright,
better wake the
60
fuck
feet
up.
of dim.
This guy goes into Minecraft commands, dude. Just says /day on, dude. /day.
Okay, you're going to cast daylight.
It's literally Jake when we went to the ape caves, just turning on his
Dude,
fucking
Jake's
daylight helmet.
fucking sunbeam, dude. This guy had to.
Okay,
the sun,
So
dude.
as you're like, oh, I gotta get my 10 million. I gotta get my 10 million lumen flashlight out. You like, you like touch the top of it, and it kind of blinds both of you, like, because you like kind of hear him mutter an incantation, and it just
Before you do
emits.
something like that, man.
as
gods, that's bright.
your eyes are kind of getting adjusted, and then boom, just a bright like flash of light. So as you can now see to the left and the right, and you're in this large kind of large interior kind of entranceway space. Off to the right hand side, considering that you now can shed light that far, you kind of hear what sounds to be almost like boiling water. As you kind of hear water kind of emitting off to the right hand side, and even with this daylight spell, you can see that the cave itself, kind of from the entrance, it does continue back farther. It kind of narrows out a little bit because there is like a dividing wall kind of it's kind of like off center to the right a little bit. And on the right, there's this like little cubby. And even from this distance, you can see that it almost looks to be boiling water kind of recessed into the floor and like this pool kind of back in this corner. And then you can see like these large kind of icicles and kind of frozen displays of water kind of all around it, surrounding it.
Is it warm in here?
I would say it's not like significantly warmer. It is warmer, like a smidge. But you're assuming
I feel
that
humid as well.
it's a little bit humid, yeah. And you're assuming that it's probably like a hot spring of some sort or under yeah.
We're
Um,
cooking.
but-
no movement.
As of right now, there is no movement. However, it does lead back deeper into like the left hand portion of this dividing wall as it kind of cuts back. And 60 feet, I would say, as it kind of dims out, you can see that it does continue just a little bit more, but that is about what you can discern at this point.
Well, we should. I say we search every corner. We
Yeah,
don't want
let's.
anything hiding in here.
Yeah.
If there's anything in here, it's probably seeking warmth. Let's go check out that water that we can hear.
I agree.
And-
So,
I'm gonna attempt to message Morello just to see if I can successfully.
It would now be
Okay.
seeking.
It's 120 feet for a message.
Yes.
I would say that they are towards about the end of it. Like, so yeah, he's probably like 110-ish feet away. So I would say that, yeah, you can still catch him as right before they start to continue in more and cut out of that range. You get a quick message, Morello. Go ahead.
I'll just send a message just saying like, really, honestly, just saying like, what's your status? How's it looking in there?
we have found what we think is a hot springs area, and we are going to check it out just in case something is hiding for warmth in here.
I'll send you. Hold up, real quick. Let me talk to Aksov, and I'll turn to Aksov, and I'll explain like they're going. They need to go further in, so we'll lose communication with them. But do you want to stay out here and keep guard, or what? What do you think the move is? Like I don't want them to walk into something and we're not there to help them out, or vice versa.
Well, I mean, honestly, if I would say that if the immediate area is clear, we could maybe at least take our herd and at least maybe get them to the entrance, if maybe not like initially into there, so that we're kind of covered, so we're not exposed. I mean, they already said something about potentially, as he looks up, kind of where they were looking earlier, potentially creatures up high. So I think we should maybe enter into the actual space and, you know, at least maybe cover the mouth of the cave or something.
Can we get the oxen in there?
Yeah, it's 30 to 35 feet wide, 20 feet tall. The oxen are like, yeah, you're chilling.
Yeah. So that's totally cool. I'll bring the oxen in there, and I think I'll do what Aksov said. Just get inside there, and that way we have a more defensible location.
Okay.
But
Yes.
Also, just get the oxen out of the elements.
Yeah. So at this point, you kind of both are leading them in, kind of grabbing all their reins and getting them kind of all. Actually, make an animal handling check.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, fuck.
I got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
guessing he didn't get an unnatural 20, did he?
Yeah, a 2.
Okay. And then with that, hold
I
on.
don't think he did. I somehow don't think he did.
So he goes to grab Stuart and Benny. And he grabs Benny successfully. He has his and he grabs Benny. He goes to grab Stuart and ends up and just these are fairly temperamental creatures. So when he goes to grab Stuart, it kind of like shrugs at him and like kind of like gets like kind of temperamental, and he's just like, come on now, like stop fucking around, and goes to grab and at this point Stuart like kind of recoils again, kind of starts to like turn his body. And then as Aksov is like starting to step in, it like quickly turns and like tries to hoof kick the shit out of Aksov as he then ducks out of the way as Snow kind of shoots up and kind of he just like duck down and almost like back up. He got a natural 1.
no.
As he goes to attempt to get these animals, as he kind of and it kind of like as Stuart kind of like starts to like kind of like kind of trot off a little bit, kind of like in a huff. At which point Aksov's like, fuck, God. As he kind of stands up, well, I guess I'll let you fucking deal with that one. As he grabs the 2 that he got. At which point, Hero easily enough you grab, and then Stuart you kind of go up, you kind of coax him. You actually use Balder kind of help, and Balder does kind of assist in the situation as you now can grab all 3 of these or all 5 of these these ox.
Yeah, Balder understands Stuart's temperament. He goes and starts getting aggressive with him. So yeah, I'm sure.
That will count
Balder's
as
a fucking savage.
that will count as a fail for Stuart though, going forward. Sorry, Zahir.
Damn, I'll get him back in check.
Do I count as like? Did I get successes for the other ones then?
You got a success for Kavkin. The other ones, since they're not yours, were indifferent. But since you got a nat 1, it will be that not detrimental, but it will hinder Stuart. Anyway, so as you all kind of as you guys are dealing with that outside, you guys all kind of collectively start to make your way, kind of hugging the right side of the cave itself, kind of making your way to where this hot pool is, or this hot spring is. And very quickly, with how bright your light is, you find the back kind of portion of the wall in this little kind of outlet, and it's covered in ice, kind of from the precipitation and it freezing and kind of running back down the wall. You can see that there's heavily clad kind of icicles and whatnot, kind of along the wall, and kind of almost like a semicircle in this space, as like the water kind of is boiling and kind of emits up into the cavern space. But you do not see anything over here as you fully illuminate.
Let's avoid being under those icicles.
Yes, I would not like to have one dropped on my head.
I'd turn around and kind of face the back of the cave then.
Okay. So there is like that kind of like bisecting wall, and you guys are kind of off to the side here, so you'd have to make your way back into the middle kind of middle area of the space as you guys kind of make your way into the kind of deeper into the cavern itself. Go ahead and all three of you make perception checks again.
Say,
11.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
it perceives everything. 14.
14. So I would say with your 20, you said 3?
Yes.
With your 23, as you kind of start to step into this kind of back portion, kind of illuminate with your daylight spells, you kind of have your staff out. You do see there are a little bit of kind of raised portions of this cave, and it does kind of narrow out a little bit from like jetting out rock off the left-hand side of the wall. And it kind of narrows out the space a little bit, kind of as it kind of funnels towards the back. And there is a raised portion that becomes illuminated towards the back portion of the wall, and you kind of quickly see the flickering of what looks to be like of white as it kind of gestures off to the left deeper into the cave.
A reflective white, or
not a white, yeah, just like a blur of white as it.
Okay. There is something in here with us. I'll quickly blurt out.
At this point, you and Aksov are kind of entering into the space with all of the oxen and.
Far away are everyone else then? Are we like anywhere? Are they not? They're further in, but are we in the same like cavern?
Yeah. So they're at the point where they're going down like the left kind of portion deeper into it. But you're in like the main space now, and you're only like probably like 60, 70 feet from them as you're entering in.
Okay.
There's something here.
We
I
clock
draw my
anything? I guess if I hear anything, I hear that. I'm going to use
Oh,
if I can a perception check. He upgraded the sword, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna see with Balder if they can see anything with their dark vision.
Are you going deeper into the cave?
Balder is. I ain't doing shit. Or Balder is it like Balder's going to like a point where it can see them? Because if Balder's next to me, Balder can see close to where they're at.
1 second, I'm changing.
Because Balder's vision is 120.
So you're like flying Balder in past the group.
No, Balder's like where I am, seeing if I can see where, because I can see 120 feet if they're like 60 or so feet away. Like if I can see past, initially.
Well, his daylight spell is pushing towards the back of this left hand. Of this left-hand portion of the cave, his daylight is pushing all the way back to where like the back wall kind of hits, and now you can see that it kind of veers to the left-hand side and kind of veers off at this point.
Okay, so they're looking down another cave system.
They're not looking.
Retreated further in.
Yeah.
Okay, the weeb.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I'm not sending Balder further in to check that out.
Okay, so Balder kind of posts up on a rock as you kind of are now leading all the oxen in. Oh, I want to show something cool. I don't have anything.
Cool, bro.
Bro, it's the King Black Dragon.
Bro, that's what's in here?
That's what's in.
Yeah, we saw the flash of the white horn.
Bro, I have a Hawaii pen.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah.
Hawaii. Hawaii says Hawaii. All right, so
Oh, shit.
at this point, are you guys continuing further into the cave itself?
Yes, I will
Yeah.
continue to investigate the flash of white that I saw.
Okay, so as it kind of rears and kind of bolts off from this kind of elevated portion off to the left, kind of behind, and it's like a kind of like a dead space, like left wall, because your daylight spell at this point is now pushing towards where the like you hit a back wall and it starts to veer towards the left again. So it's like so you guys entered in. Here's the big kind of cavern space. You guys investigated a little nook here, and now you're continuing. There's like a bisecting wall. You guys are continuing now into this left chamber, and then your light shed up until like this point, and now there's more space off to this side as it bolted over to the left.
This is a deep ass cave.
I say, Zahir, how long does this light last?
About an hour.
Alright.
Holy shit!
Throw it down my
Yellow.
torch. I guess I kind of toss down my torch and I pull my shield out.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll make sure they're like up with me, and then slowly continue down the.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry, one
Yes, I
second.
would like to stay in
Form a
between
shield
and
wall.
within 5 feet. Yeah. Phalanx formation around Zahir.
Okay, so Zahir's in the front, and then it's you two to the sides.
Shield
Okay,
up.
this is not the music that I need. Yeah, what are you doing, Bearden?
I think seeing them like begin to move, I'm gonna turn to Aksov and ask Aksov, can he hold it down right here? And can I go up with them, make sure everything's good? Because this looks like they're about to corner whatever it is.
He as you say that, he does say, just real quick, help me tie off these reins to some of these rocks, and that way we can all kind of be involved in this. As at this point, he's tying off the two that he had possession of.
Oh, yeah, nothing but thing. I cast Unseen Servant and have it do it.
Okay, so as you cast
Unseen Servant, so
as
like,
you
like, yeah.
as you cast Unseen Servant, you know, it kind of like there's like a
Are
faint
there a bunch
outline.
of stalagmites in here?
So deeper into this, where you guys are kind of looking deeper into, there is like a cluster of stalagmites on the ground, kind of off to the right hand side, but not like super predominant by any means. Not like a super amount. But Unseen Servant starts to kind of tie him off as Aksov's assisting. Now you kind of make up and join pace.
Yeah. So
With
that way
them.
we're both immediately freed up. So because Unseen Servant lasts an hour of just at this point, I just tie him up. Make sure it's all good.
Okay, sounds good. I would.
How far away are they from us?
Who? The oxen?
Bearden and Aksov?
Bearden and Aksov.
I would say they're probably about like 100 feet or so. Roughly.
I call
80
out
200 feet.
and say, Bearden, Aksov, get in here.
At this point, as you look back, you can see that they're tying, like Bearden, like kind of like is already making his way over there, but Axel's like, give me a second, hold on, I'm trying to, and he kind of like starts tying these knots and whatnot. As you see, like some of the reins of the ox just like moving on their own and like tying to things, and you're like, what the hell? At this point, Bearden, I would say that you have made your way up.
I take the most mundane spells. What's up? What's up?
Are they tying them like in the entryway?
So it's like
I'm making a wall of
it's like along like the left hand like hook of the entryway, not like in the entryway, but like inside.
Okay.
But as you guys are making your way kind of phalanx formation, you do hear a voice ring out. It looks like the food has come to us. As you kind of hear that reverberate kind of deeper into the
I will become large size.
as you kind of just immediately grow in size as you hear you stop. But even at this point, there is dead space off to the left hand side, and you can't see anything, but you heard that reverberate.
How clear was it? Like really clear?
Yeah, it was great. It was like kind of gruff, but it was clear. You could hear the articulation of it.
My visor down.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna start moving a little bit forward.
I'm gonna call out. We only seek refuge.
Okay, as you call out.
I'm gonna call out. Who are you? Show yourself.
And like a second goes
Do a
by.
fucking perception check, actually, with Balder.
Okay.
That's okay.
Well, as you're doing that, you do hear. You seek refuge in an occupied space.
There's
Well,
plenty
there
of
is
space
no
for all of
reason.
us.
Yeah, this is quite a large cave. We
This
can
is-
share it.
This is our lair. So I suggest maybe finding somewhere else to bed down. Or it looks like you're our next meal.
Well, depending on what you are, you could be quite tasty yourself.
I will
so-
say for simplicity, I say let's go ahead and let's pull out the battle map and let's go ahead and
Okay.
kind of have it be
Ooh,
discerned
battle
this
map,
way.
let's go.
Okay.
Let's go have it discerned like so.
Can I roll perception?
Hold on, we'll continue this so that we can actually get some distances and whatnot kind of figured out here.
Can you just next time? No.
Yeah.
As everyone
We got
launches Tailspire.
that's right.
Besides me, like Rye.
Nerd, this man
Oh yeah,
said.
we need the campaign ID.
I know. Hold on,
This
give me
requires
a
some-
second, man.
Water. Some
Yeah. Okay.
fermented water.
Some what? Some who?
Fermented water? How
All right.
so?
Let me
How
go
do-
ahead
You can
and
get hard
Sounds
water. Just
nasty.
add vodka to it.
I don't think there's hard water anymore though.
Look, they
think
sell it.
it's just-
All right. Just tell them.
all
you gotta stay
right.
hydrated
Let's
out there.
see here.
And don't say the
Come on,
ID.
figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah, that's like perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this kind of set up here. I'm actually going to probably hold on. Oh my god.
Hearing this, I will actually doff my my heavy jacket.
You'll doff your heavy jacket? You're just gonna pull out a jacket and put it on?
Well, no, I taking it off.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Doff is dropped. Dawn is.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Jeez. Actually, no, this is fine. All right, let me invite all you guys. Let's see
I'll
here.
put it in just like chatting or whatever.
Generate code. How do you copy it? Text was copied to clipboard.
Just like that. Exactly how you do it. So proud of you.
Amazing.
Nailing it. You're nailing it.
Okay.
Ready?
All right, here we go. Oh, and then that's gonna cut out because it's stupid.
Joining.
Discussion.
Oh, why are you gonna let?
Where is the lighting here?
Are you gonna have it in the stream or something?
I mean, someone can stream
Well,
it.
if I stream it, then it'll throw off all your cameras unless you want to fix those.
Oh,
So if you're streaming it from something else, then Todd will be able to look at it.
I mean, I'll be streaming it from the stream itself, which will be kind of delayed, which will be unfortunate.
Well, if it's
What is the actual
We
stream?
also will need to have permission to throw in our characters.
Okay, so hold on. Bear with me. So how do I do this? Players. Okay, so I'll have to do. I like how you can have band. All right, go ahead and add your character, Connor.
This is most
Yeah,
unfortunate.
1 minute. I need to open up Hero Forge and actually bring him in.
Okay, go ahead and add yours, Logan.
I'm gonna drop him right here. Alright, I dropped him in. I'm
Alright.
gonna give myself permissions. Oh, nope, I can't. I trust you to give me permission.
No, I'm gonna touch all your minis.
That's gross.
Yeah, and then I'm waiting. Okay, you're good now. Okay. I'm honestly gonna.
Right?
I think I'm just gonna light this whole area up because it's just pain in the ass to see, dark as fuck. But
And
it's dark in here. Wait, is it still dark for y'all?
No, it's
it's still
What?
moody atmosphere.
It didn't change anyway.
I'm assuming that if I applied it, it probably would, but I'm not gonna apply it. I'm gonna let it be dark for y'all since you can actually navigate it. But for like the stream and stuff, so they can actually see. All right, so and then I have to assign players, right? GM tools,
Yep.
player permissions, and I give him to you. You now have him, right?
Who, me?
Player permissions.
No.
You now have your
You may not
character.
talk on anyone but you.
Nathan, you now have your character, right?
I
This is
can't
most
move him. Yes.
unfortunate.
You can. Okay.
Yes.
Holy damn. Okay. So real quick. So all of these dudes were posted up right here. Some big ass shit.
It's most unfortunate.
Okay, and then you guys were all at this point. Yeah, you guys were all.
probably
You guys were
lower.
about. You guys were like all about like right here. I would say, cause. Yeah. So yeah, I would say right there. I would say right here. You saw the illumination of the back wall. Was it usually here in front?
Well, I was in front, then I stopped, and they probably tried it a little
yeah,
bit
I
further
stepped
ahead
a
of me,
few
so I'm probably slightly behind.
inches forward.
Okay, and then you veered in. Yeah, I'd say you're like right here. And then Aksov is going to be right here.
Dang, 100 feet in.
Um,
Is unfortunate.
So I would say, okay, hold on.
So yes.
I'm trying to see.
Let me hit him.
Let's hope our rolls are true.
Okay. So I would say y'all can at least see into the back portion of this area now. Not all of it, obviously, but you know, for simplicity's sake, then we're going to call that good. Now let me go ahead and actually move the stream over to Tailspire. Tailspire capture. All right, we should be good to go there. Let's see. All right, I think
Is
we're.
the stream actually under Twitch?
Yeah, it's actually on. Yeah, it's on Twitch right now. Okay, so I would say for this, just because we're kind of in this kind of weird space, we won't roll initiative yet, but you know we'll kind of play by play. So what are you all doing at this point?
So I would like to use Balder to like perception check, like for this voice, like where the voice is coming from.
I mean, it reverberated. You can tell where the voice is coming from. It's coming from around the corner, kind of deeper within the cave in that general direction. Let me go ahead and get you an owl real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right there. Perfect.
Yeah, I got a little.
Looks like.
So GM, I'll give this to
Does
you.
it see all your creatures?
Huh?
So are we supposed to be able to see all your creatures?
What? You mean the
only
thing?
creature.
I opened up the
Well,
library.
Ice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I opened up the
That's
library.
just yeah, nice.
There you go.
Resolve all these.
Okay. Okay, so what?
Get up and attack on like everybody.
Oh,
All right, I would say from the beginning here, Aksov is still kind of preoccupied right now. He's kind of in the back. Okay, so I'd say starting with Morello. What are you doing?
I'm going to walk forward a little bit.
Okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces of movement there. And then I'm gonna make a perception check.
Can I drop
Do you
my
have a light
cloak
thing
too?
going?
Can I drop my cloak too?
I still have my light source because I have my.
You want to drop your
I
cloak? Okay.
Dissipated.
That.
I'm gonna drop it.
Oh
Like,
my
toss it to
gosh,
the
dude!
side.
This music is like not. It's not creepy. It's like, yo, we're like in the middle of hellscape, and you're like traversing lava. Like, calm down. Damn. We're not in combat yet.
Scary. And hellscape lava.
Cutting like this.
Okay. So,
I'm listening to
you want to make a
bluegrass
perception
right
check? Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, 15.
15. I would say as you kind of are looking forward and you're kind of walking, a lot of the light that's shining is obviously kind of in just this general direction. And so as you're walking around, you do have your light spell that's kind of briefly illuminating, some of this area, but it's not really getting around some of these corners. And so you're looking around and you can kind of hear a little bit of movement from like deeper within the area, but you can't see anything immediately at this point.
You move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll start moving forward as well.
Okay.
I guess seeing them remove their cloaks, I realize that's a good idea, and I also do it.
Okay.
And then I follow Zahir.
Yeah, I guess I'll drop my cloak too then. I don't need
This
to.
is getting hot, baby.
but,
It's getting hot.
He's
No,
proud of me.
adrenaline's kicking in. Adrenaline.
Also-
I will
Are you
say.
a size larger?
I am. I'm large size
Oh,
right now.
You're a big boy.
Oh, you're a size larger. I can adjust that actually right now. Boom.
Oh, get it?
Oh,
That's-
let's go. There we go.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Actually, I feel like that's a little too. No, that's actually the next size up. So holy shit.
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my God.
Roll, dude.
Um,
Roll patrol.
But yeah, so as you kind of step forward, and you guys are all kind of at this point, kind of like in tandem. You do hear, "Fine, looks like you made your choice." At which point, I will say that they will get a surprise since you did discern. You tried to look, Morello, and obviously that there was some portions of it. However, they were obscured deeper into the into the cave space. And now that you're kind of like you're walking heavily, the one that was hiding over here, it was hiding down over in this portion of the cave space. Will go ahead and actually lunge out as it makes its way, and lunges straight into you as it jumps out, gets a surprise attack onto you. At which point it will resolve that at this point, but now it'll be the initiative, and we'll start into the actual combat session here. And with that, let me go ahead and change the music.
Oh, combat.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for me and my familiar.
All right, here we go. So as this is,
Gloves.
yeah, so let's do this thing, boys. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's weird, so the cats don't stab themselves.
I've got nothing
Or you
left
want
to
to have to
live
roll
for.
initiative against them.
Initiative is just adding your dexterity bonus, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That would be correct.
Bad dexterity or
Oh,
is it
dude, what the
proficient
fuck?
you add it?
No, I don't think.
Oh.
No, you don't. You don't have
Dexterity.
proficiency. You don't have proficiency in initiative.
Okay.
That is not a thing.
Rolling initiative?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative. Holy shit, bro. That shit's ass. Okay. So they will be. What is this? Really? Oh wow, interesting.
Fucking wolf, dude. Shit. Are these wolves size large?
Yes.
They are wolves.
They're not size fucking small, dude.
At which point you do it like as this large kind of this large white mass just immediately lunges out, and Morello is already like large, and so the fact that this wolf just bursts out and is almost like scaled similarly to him is like terrifying as it lunges out. Before we resolve that, I'm gonna go ahead and get everyone's initiative. Actually, I will go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and roll all of the ox together. So, oh shit,
You
dude.
want to get the ox in this?
I guess actually they're far enough away. They should be fine. But if it comes up, then it'll come up. Okay. So and then also I need to roll him. Holy shit! Aksov got a natural 20.
Nice.
So I think with that it'll probably be.
God.
All right, Aksov will be. Oh damn, nice. So. Okay, so dude, it's so annoying if I open up any. Oh, here, let me do this actually. If I open up any tabs over all the cameras, it just like deletes the cameras, which is super stupid. Okay, so I'm going to ask for initiative count 20 to 25. Nobody? Okay. It's going to be 15 to 20. Okay.
All right.
That's now going to be 10 to 15.
14.
Yeah, 14 for me and 13 for Balder.
Okay.
Well,
I
for
have no
me-
proficiency bonus.
Okay. So what? So who had 15?
Or
No one.
No dex.
I don't think anyone had 15.
Okay. So who had 14?
I too have no
Is
dex.
it here?
Zahir had 14. What's your dex mod, Zahir?
0.
And then what's yours, Virden?
3.
Okay, so Virden, you'll go first. And honestly, since your Balder kind of rolled the same, I'll just put him on your turn as well.
Sure.
And then Zahir. And then you roll what? You roll after that, right, Morello?
Yeah, 8, 12.
12, okay. And then 5 to 10?
7.
7, okay. And then that'll...
Everyone?
That should be everybody. Yep. All right. So we were going to first go ahead and start this off with the initial kind of as it lunges out and uses this massive maw rushes out and goes to bite at you. Morello. Let's go ahead and resolve this attack here. That's gonna be a natural 20 as a start.
Oh my god.
GG's.
Do I see
Oh.
the other wolf?
So here, could you?
This
tell
is
him?
this is just the first. This is the like the only, this is the only one that came into
Yeah.
visual range at this point. As it
That's too meta.
as it rushes forward, it's going to natural 20 hit you. So because of your surprise, and actually technically it would have had advantage because of the surprise attack. So I guess it worked out. But we're going to roll damage.
I'm gonna activate my wind rune to redirect this attack.
Can you do that?
What?
Is that like a reaction?
Well, hold on.
It is a
Can you
reaction.
redirect it to something that's not there?
I
Well,
can redirect it to something another target within 30 feet.
What the
So
fuck?
you're saying a
Alright.
theoretical
Is it here?
target within 30 feet?
I'm saying a rock, if it's possible.
Well, this since in the surprise, it's a surprise round, and so usually a surprise round is like outside of the initiative count.
Yeah,
so
okay,
like,
so I can't do this.
I wouldn't say you'd have necessarily the reaction time to do that. However, you are going to, because it is a critical hit, you're going to take 24 points of piercing damage.
Jeez.
And I need you to 24 points of piercing damage, and I need you to go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, easy, easy.
Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere fucking near these things, man.
Jeez. It's fucking
Strength saving
weird.
throw? Yeah, you can
Weird and
fuck
just-
off.
Bearden just leaves.
15?
Yeah.
15, you do manage to save from the effect. So as it rushes out, jumps, and you're kind of postured up, ready, but it just out of nowhere veers the corner, jumps up, hits onto your chest, and just sinks a fat bite into your kind of clavicle area. Kind of rips at it and uses its weight to kind of try to push you down, but you manage to kind of pry it off and push it back into your back, kind of on the floor right in front of you. And that is going to, as it kind of now, it's just like blood kind of soaking down its mouth, kind of staining its white fur underneath its chin and its kind of throat area. We are going to now go ahead and start the initiative count at the top of the round. It's going to actually be Aksov. So, him finishing his finishing tying off those oxen there. He's going to, let's see, 80 feet. Let's see if he can do it. 80 feet. He's 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to kind of hearing this, kind of like start unslinging his crossbow. And he's actually going to use his bonus action to dash. Make his way up kind of over here using half cover. He's going to kind of unsling his crossbow, kind of post it up and shoot a bolt right into the side of this creature. He's going to make his attack. That is going to be, oh wow. It would be with I would say, let's see. What is their? Yeah, I would say. They don't have passive perception. I would say since he didn't hide, I would say that it would not be with advantage. So sadly, as he shoots out a bolt.
Well, there's an enemy within.
Right, but I'm talking about giving advantage to the attack itself, and because kind of he was rushing forward and he kind of could hear it, and his passive perception is high. As he kind of comes up, posts up, he kind of like the noise of like him like putting the crossbow on the rock, kind of like alerts the wolf to the side as and as the bolt shoots out, as it kind of conches down as the arrow smashes into the back, kind of over here, kind of behind it. Oh, jeez, hold on, kind of like behind it over there. He's like, you hear him kind of shit as he kind of takes a knee. That is going to be the end of his turn. Next up is actually going to be now the wolves. So this one,
more than one.
This one is going to. He's going to now, staying within your proximity, he's going to clamber up over here. And then. This one is going to, what's the distance? 50. Okay, so yeah, he can do that right here. And then he's going to do 15-foot cone. Okay, so you are actually just out of reach, thankfully. However, he is still going to kind of, so as this bull kind of shoots out, he's going to kind of lower himself, make his way around your, actually, let's see, hold on, what base are you on? I need you to be like, I would say you're centered here. Do you want to be centered here, or do you want to be centered here?
Center right there.
Right here? Okay.
A little bit deep, yeah.
Okay. So as he runs up, kind of as you see this like kind of mist form from his mouth, and he inhales, shoots out this cold mist towards you using his cold breath. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. The shield masters. So we do 2.
I need to know.
All right. 12.
12 will actually just succeed.
Sweet.
All right.
I actually don't think I take damage.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because of my shield
God.
master. Yeah, if you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw, to
Use
take
your
only
reaction.
half damage, you can use your
damn,
reaction to take no damage on the succeeded.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I've
dude.
seen this happening.
Nice, bro. So as it rears up and it shoots out its cold blast of breath, you just throw your shield up as you kind of hold it up against the side of it as the breath weapon kind of and kind of like recoils into here. You see this in broad daylight as the mist and like the cold breath kind of shooting over it as he holds firm. However, as that is happening, you just hear a boom, boom, boom as another now Zahir off to the side. You just see another one rush, jump out and try to bite out at you at this point. Let's see what happens here. And actually, he does get pack tactics, so he does get advantage.
He's
Right.
getting fucked.
Dude, I'm already at half
Is
HP
that-
from the one, boy.
That's if they're attacking the same target.
Yeah, if
They're
Maybe that's
both
to be
attacking.
close to each other.
Has it made us roll yet?
yes,
Do we know what it is?
I'm pretty sure. You're pretty sure to
Okay.
decide whether or not it.
Well, I don't know what it is yet. Can I use woe on this attack?
Yes, yes, if you'd like.
Okay. It has to reduce the attack by 3.
3. Does 20 hit?
20 does hit.
Okay.
All right.
However, let's see.
Valiant effort. Valiant effort.
This shit kind of scuffed though.
Okay.
I'm
That is my reaction.
Internal.
Okay, so that is your reaction. So you take 11 points of piercing damage.
I'm alright. I got 17 HP left.
And I need you to make another strength saving throw.
Oh, that's good. By the way, I
Okay.
make these with advantage because my runes.
Yeah,
are
thank
broken.
God.
Okay, sounds good.
Grapple.
18 plus 6, so 24?
Yeah, this one kind of bites out at your leg, tries to drag you down, but you just kind of kick it off, and you're good to go. Next up is going to be Virden.
Okay. In that case, I'm moving with same turn as my bird right now. Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to begin my blades song.
Okay.
For my blade, yeah, my blade song. I'm gonna move my 40 feet of movement up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna move my 40 feet. I'm gonna stay behind Zahir here. I move up with my bird.
Okay.
I guess my bird's going to aid me, but for my action, I'm just gonna cast a mirror image on myself.
Well, I'm pretty sure with your bird aids you. Isn't that a bonus action?
What's a bonus? The bird can use its action, and its actions can do anything but attack. So for his turn, he is going to use it to. Aid.
Okay. I was gonna aid you. Okay, and then you're gonna cast mirror image on yourself.
Yeah, mirror image. So that's my bonus action movement.
Okay, so we're gonna say. We'll say that this is your mirror image.
Well, I have 3 of them, so give me 2 more.
Oh, that's right, because okay.
Goblin the goblin.
I got you.
If you want, you can drop a lot of me's around.
No. I forget that the mirror image. Yeah, it's not invoking duplicity. It's a little different. So
Yeah.
okay, cool.
It's
So
a defensive thing. Yeah.
sounds good. All right. So with that, that is going to be
But
your
yeah,
turn.
I have my sword drawn and everything, but
Okay,
that's all
so-
I can do mechanically.
Yep, you're ready to go. Zahir, you're up.
I would like to
Rage.
use starry form.
Okay.
So my body will just like kind of collapse into a point and then explode out into like in a flash, and my body becomes like almost see-through, but like incorporeal, but with just like stars dotted around, and like you can see that like the constellation of my body basically.
Okay. As the stars now kind of are emitting from you.
And with that, I will take the form of the archer, so my staff will become a bow, still shedding the daylight.
Okay.
And I will shoot an attack against
This is sick, dude. What class are you?
Circle of Stars Druid.
That's cool.
And with that bonus action, I additionally shoot a shot against one of the wolves.
All right. Which one you want to do? The one that's raised or the one that's on the ground?
Actually, correction. I will additionally use my Radiant Soul with my ASMR racial ability.
Okay.
And 2 wings sprout from my body as I fly up and kind of float there as like flashes of tiny little glimmers of light fall below me as I float above the ground 30 feet in the air.
How do I make you taller? Or how do I make you? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, C. Yeah,
there it
C. I like that. Like,
Oh,
Morella's getting
yo,
fucked
yo.
up. For my turn, I'm a power up. What are you gonna do for your turn? I'm a power up. Like,
Yeah, so you run up behind Zahir as all of a sudden, like, all these different effects, like, as these stars and this constellation start to emit from him, and you're like, whoa, that's crazy. And then all of a sudden, boom, wings come out from behind him, and you're like, what is going on? As he then starts to fly up and kind of just hover above you.
yeah. As all 4 of me are doing the cha-cha slide as I'm beginning my blade dance song, I'm like, dude, that's fucking wild. Fucking bring them down.
Hyping yourself up. This man's got the AirPods in.
AirPods in and 4
yes.
of me dancing in perfect sync.
And I make an attack against
Okay.
the
I
wolf
gotta do that.
just in front of, or the wolf behind, up on the ledge.
Okay, sounds good.
So that will be a 27.
Yeah, that hits, man.
All right. That's D8. That's 3 plus wisdom mod, right? Yeah, so that's 8 damage. So that's 16 damage with the additional damage from Radiant Soul.
So 16 total damage?
16 total damage, yes.
All right, sounds good. 16, okay. And you shoot out this, like, corporeal, like arrow, essentially?
Yeah, I shoot, I like shoot an arrow. I shoot an arrow from
So
glowing arrow.
as all these effects just burst out from you, you fly up, you kind of grab your staff out in front of you, and you kind of grab the middle of it, pulling back this kind of like bright white string as you point it, as you let loose this like this bright almost like gold arrows. It shoots past you, Morello, and sinks right into the chest portion of this wolf as it kind of like recoils and kind of ducks down a little bit. And then in
damage
that,
is radiant if it matters.
okay, good to know. At which point, as you kind of now you just kind of like lower your staff, and you're just kind of sitting there, kind of floating. Morello, it is now going to be your turn.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna cast a 2nd level healing word on myself.
Okay.
And then I am going to just clock the wolf up on the ledge right next to me with my obscenely large hammer.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make
I
your
like this
attack.
Bonk
screen
it.
shake whenever your character falls back to the ground.
Okay, go ahead and roll your healing word first.
My healing word heals me. So I'm sick. I gotta 4, 8, 10, 11 points.
Okay, 11 points of healing as you kind of speak out the single word, as you kind of like almost like kind of gold radiant, kind of almost like sparkles emit from your mouth and kind of just drop down and encase your body as you kind of feel revitalized. And now as you kind of rear back your hammer and go to smash this wolf in front of you.
It's not great. 11 to hit.
That is going to sadly miss.
Alright, and then that is my turn.
All right, sounds good. And it's as you kind of rear back, you kind of speak this word, and you kind of smash out onto the ground as it gets hit with this arrow, but then in this recoil, it kind of sidesteps as you crack the hammer onto the stonework, kind of right above, like kind of along the stairs area, kind of leading up. And that's going to end your turn. Okay, so now is going to be.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
So would I have gotten my reaction back, or will I get it at the beginning of my next turn?
Did you use your reaction when?
Before my turn.
Oh yeah, for woe, then that means you got it back because you started it there.
Okay.
Seeing this, let's see how far we got. You flew.
Dead boys.
You flew up, right?
Yeah, 30 feet up.
Oh, 30 feet up? Oh shit, okay. I would say the cavern's about let's say 20 feet up. Because the cavern's about 25-ish, kind of. It's about 30, so I assume you're not going to be directly on the roof. That one is going to go. This one, not being able to really see, is going to kind of trade places. Yeah, we'll just go
You
ahead.
know how I went behind Morello for cover? The fucker flew, so that's...
All right. So at this point, as the wolf kind of up on this elevated position, kind of lunges off and kind of, Virden, you're like, oh shit, this motherfucker's about to just like eat my ass. But he runs just out of speed as he lands right in front and kind of like snarls up at Zahir, kind of like, why don't you come down and play? At which point, where he bounces off, another one rears up and then now kind of takes its place, which is going to end that turn. Denrick, you're up.
They're fucking reloading wolves.
Yes. All right. Sir Denrick is going to let out a valiant war cry.
What's it sound like?
So I'm going to action surge. I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to go forward 20 feet.
Okay.
Into the the wolf that is attempting to attack Virden.
Sounds good. As you cry out and as you action surge, the adrenaline just pumps through you as you pound forward. What's up?
I have one question. Are you able to take a proficient bonus action before your normal action?
Yes. Yes. Nope. You can take a bonus action whenever.
Okay, so I'm going to charge forward into the wolf. I'm going to use my bonus action to use Shield Master, which allows you to bash with your shield. So I'm going to attempt to shove the wolf, but I'm going to knock it prone.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. What is the strength saving throw?
DC.
Yeah, what's the DC of it?
I think it's just a contested check.
Is this a maneuver? Or no, it's a Shield Master, right?
Shows Shield Master allows you to shove as a bonus action, but with the shove you can either push him or knock him prone, and it's just athletics versus either dexterity or athletics.
Okay, sounds good. So go ahead. I rolled, so go ahead and roll yours.
Yes, sir. Shield Master.
Yeah, bro. I rolled a 24.
Yeah, that beats a 9. You definitely, as you rush forward, you take your shield and you almost like crouch down as you smack up underneath, hook one of its front legs as you then like turn it. And as it's almost resting on your shield, you smack it down into a pivoting motion as you then... Where is it? As you then knock it onto... That is not what I expected to happen, but okay. As you knock it down onto the floor, at which point I want to say all your attacks have advantage because it is prone.
Yeah, I'll roll my first attack.
Okay.
Sword of
Man,
Heroes.
flipped him so hard.
With advantage because he's prone?
He's currently
The
spiraling
first
through the air.
The first attack is a 19.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So the Sword of Heroes does an extra 1d8 versus large creatures.
Oh, it is large. Yeah.
So therefore,
Let's go.
Also, did you
shit.
didn't something happen on a 19? Or you don't crit on a 19, right?
Something happened on a 19.
Don't fighters crit on a 19, or that's I think that's something
champion
else.
fighter.
Oh,
I believe
champion.
that's
Okay.
only- that's
Okay.
only
Yeah.
champion, I believe.
Okay, sounds
Champion
good. But
fighters
yeah,
crit
that does
on
hit. Roll your damage. Yeah, add that. It is a large creature, so smite that thing.
6, 8, 14 plus 6, 14 plus 7, 21.
Papa,
21
does
the
a
first hit.
21 hit?
Wait, no damage. Roll damage for your first one.
It's 21 damage.
21
That's
damage. Holy shit. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, this is Gene Dove, dude.
All right. Okay. So as you pivot this, you smash it on the ground, and then with the follow through, you just arc your sword and just slash a massive gouge out of its side as it whimpers. As you draw the sword back, go ahead and make your another attack.
Let's go. Oof. 7, 37. 15. Does that hit?
15 does hit. Yes.
Second attack, let's go. Rolling damage. Oh, yeah, let's get this shit. 15, 22.
22 points of damage. Okay.
Yes.
So as you smash the first swing down onto it, as you recoil it back and you hit it again in another area, just gout of blood recoiling with on your sword. As this white just jet or this like pure white coat now is just riddled with red staining and blood. Did you say you action surge? So you get 2 more attacks, right?
Did it die or no?
No, it's on the ground. It's recoiling. It's trying to get up as you're just laying this onslaught, but it is maintaining, and it is hurt, but it is still up.
I'm gonna use my second bonus action to shove it away with my shield.
Hold on. You action surge so that
You don't get extra
Does that
bonus
give you-
action.
You only get an action.
On an
I
action
think.
surge? Or
It-
only action?
an action. So I think
I've
it's.
never actually action.
It is a bonus.
I think
action,
it.
yeah.
I
Oh,
think
do you really?
it says potentially a bonus action. Let me see what it says specifically here.
Never actually used this. I've only done it in my dreams.
So it's
I
like,
believe action surge, bonus action, regain your action.
dude, I like how like you need to find something. It just doesn't exist anymore. It just deletes out of the book. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. I would say if you want to shove instead of taking 2 more attacks, you
Well,
can
I
do
guess-
that.
I guess I can't shove it because it's prone, right?
Yeah, that'd be kind of difficult. But you realize that action, you can take the attack action and get 2 more attacks.
Okay.
That's what action surge does. It basically resets your action so you can do it again if you want to now, or you can hold it.
Okay, I will further... Okay, I will do 1 more attack on that one.
Okay.
Is it prone?
It is prone. You get advantage.
Mm.
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's a
Well, I hit it.
27.
Does a 27 hit?
19.
19 points of damage. Okay. So, in a valiant war cry, you rush forward, you topple this thing over. 1 cleave, it whimpers out. 2 cleave, blood's just going everywhere. Some of the recoiling of his sword and some of the blood is hitting you, Virden, on the recoil. This last third hit,
Fuck yeah,
you
dude.
slam the blade down into its neck. You drag the sword down as it then, a gout of blood shoots onto the floor as it then whimpers and then just lays still.
What I fucking live for, dude. Alright, so... I'll leap over the carcass and attack the one next to Morello.
I would say you went 20 feet. I would say it would be considered. Well, no, you could always. Nah, that's fine. Right here. You can go right here.
I mean, it's...
This one is dead as
Does
fuck.
it matter if it's prone?
No, you're good. You can. Yeah, you just jump over it and you make your last attack with your action surge on this one. Go ahead.
Let's see.
That man just did like.
Denric.
That is so much damage.
Sir Denric bellows a war cry, and I will use... I guess I'll use my attack on this one.
This is your last attack with your action surge.
Okay.
Because
Cast haste.
As a reaction.
As a reaction, I cast haste on the fucking war machine. in
8,
front of me.
8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
Bro, for the RP, I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that.
Wait, what inspiration?
The one you gave me, bro.
Oh, okay. You gonna burn your inspiration point?
And when I got my pocket, there was
Okay.
bugbears and inspiration. Roll.
Oh, I also have a pocket full of inspiration.
15. Does that hit?
That one does hit, yes.
Okay, so I switched that to a hit. I will hit this creature with a attack, and I will hit it with Unwavering Mark. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can mark the creature until the end of your next turn. The effect ends early if you're incapacitated or you die. Or someone else marks the creature while it is within 5 feet of you. A creature marked with you have disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you. In
Okay.
addition, if a creature marked by this deals damage to any creature other than you can make a special melee weapon attack against a marked creature.
It says waver. You said wavering mark.
Unwavering Mark.
Okay.
It
I'm
very
gonna-
specifically doesn't waver.
Yeah. Man, I don't know how to tell you this, but do not waver.
Do not waver. Alright. Damage. I say
Okay.
6, 13 damage.
Okay. All right. That is against. Okay. So as you cry out, you strike this one against it. As you imbue it and you hit it and you almost like snarl at it, embellishing your mark upon it as it kind of now like turns its attention from Morello towards you. And is that gonna be the end of your turn?
Yeah, well, kind of like RP wise, like I'm like yelling like a war cry, so like to get his attention, sort of.
Sounds good.
Running in at it.
Sounds good. All right.
Dude, I'm dancing. Like, the blood came down on me. I'm just like,
He's like, he's just dancing to his AirPods.
very much.
You know how long I've dreamed
still
of playing a Fighter
hyping
Cavalier?
myself up. Like getting ready for combat.
At least a
God,
minute.
I'm imagining you doing like the Napoleon Dynamite, where you're just kind of sitting there, kind of shuffling a little bit.
That's what I do in real life too. Yeah.
And soon you're gonna do like his full dance at the assembly.
I used to know the full dance.
Okay, so this one's gonna have
I
to
don't
make
doubt it.
an acrobatics check real quick. That is not going to work. This one right here, the small one.
Damn, he sucks.
That one jumps
He can't get
down
up.
and tries to continue, but it kind of falters and stays where he is. This one is going to,
Is that a regular sized wolf?
yeah.
Oh, gross. Their kids are coming.
Yeah, I forgot about regular size wolves.
And then this one is gonna,
Regular wolves.
and it's gonna make its way all the way up there. All right. So that is going to be the end of that, and now is going to be the top of the round, and is now going to be Aksov's turn, who is going to use his bonus action to hide. Jeez, you fucking suck at life, man.
Oh man.
I've been telling you.
Aksov is
For
going to
rules
have rolled
purposes, is he a rogue?
10, 13.
I
believe
don't
he is
think that matters.
I love to ask that.
No.
So with the
Well, I mean, it mattered
With
last
that-
time if he was using sneak attack, because if he was using trying to use
no,
sneak
dude,
attack, then
it's
like,
funny
he-
because NPCs, I feel like that ever I always make, they always like fuck shit up. Like they literally always like roll like doo doo, and they hit like once. Literally, he rolled like a 2 on stealth, got like a 12. Passive perception is too high, so it negated his advantage, and then he rolled a 2 and just shot a fucking bolt in the middle, of goddamn nowhere again.
This man is
And he's
man
just
voodoo.
he's just being useless. But he's going to step up here.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
lack
not
of-
trying to hit.
Is that lack
he's
of
not
depth
trying to hit me.
perception?
That's true. His eye patch is not helping him right now.
This man chooses a crossbow. He's got no depth perception.
All
Maybe
right,
he's not trying
so
to hit me in the back. That'd be nice.
this one is going to go ahead and roll to get back his. That is going to recharge. All right.
The weird looking cone you got there, Buster.
What? No, that's a normal looking cone.
Oh, where's that coming from, Jared? Is there something down there?
Damn, dude, this 15 feet shit is ass. 15-foot cone.
Yeah,
It's coming from Morello's foot.
I know.
I was
Well,
about
he's
to say,
he's
is it just a straight line? Is it not like a cone in front of you?
it's a cone. If he moved right here.
Dude, that's
I mean, it's. Well, I guess no, because it's not gonna work. Okay. Well, it is going to actually come down over here. It's going to flank. Actually, no. It's going to literally sit up here. Okay. And no, it's actually going to sit here. So it's going to move off to the side, kind of land down onto the ground, make another attack out of you. Seeing as how effective you were with your shield, it is not going to use its breath weapon. It's going to just make a straight attack against you with advantage. That is going to be a natural 1 and a 4. I'm assuming that a 10 does not hit you.
it does not.
Okay, and then, but then now with you kind of posting up and saying what's good, let's see.
I just watched myself delayed drink the stream.
Nice. You'll love to see it.
This one is going to actually shift here, though. Actually, let's see.
Did Todd have an effect on it for moving or just for an attacking?
No, no, just for attacking other people. But it is actually going to now, kind of as seeing as you kind of posted up and got into this fray, it is going to now, you can see the mist kind of come out of its mouth as it shoots its ice breath towards you, Ty. I need you to go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
You also get to add +2 for Shield Master.
Yeah. Does an 8 pass?
No. Okay. But with Shield Master, is it all or nothing, or does it have because you have Shield Master, or is it you take full?
If you can make a dexterity saving throw to take half, you can use a reaction to take none.
But that's it, right? You still take the full amount if you don't save.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an all or nothing.
And it consumes your reaction if you want to use it to do that.
Yeah, it also consumes your reaction. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll use my
you're
reaction.
going to take 14 points of cold damage. Sir Denric, as it shoots its ice breath at you in front, and as you're kind of you don't get your shield up in time, as it kind of was recoiled behind you, as this cold boom like kind of waves over you. At which point the little puppy wolf is going to, which is still like a regular sized wolf, but obviously it's smaller than these other ones, is going to make its attack against you as well. God. Okay, that'll be better. That's going to be 23 to hit.
That hits.
I have to make sure with you because you're just like goated as fuck for no reason.
Actually,
Oh fuck!
do I want that to hit?
Have you already used your reaction or not yet?
No, because he didn't have to use his reaction because he didn't. There's no passing it.
Yeah, he didn't pass.
Oh, he's been on his last turn, but yeah, you're right. So are you? What are you doing? 23.
What do you say?
23 to
You
hit.
still have your
Okay.
reaction if available.
I still have my reaction.
Yeah.
Yes, confirmed.
Yes, you have your reaction.
Oh,
Are you doing anything?
Okay. Yeah. I would like to use warding maneuver. If you were a creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can roll 1d8 as reaction. If you are wielding a melee weapon or shield, roll the die. Add the number for the AC.
Are these maneuvers? Make sure are you using maneuvers, right?
Yeah, roll 2. These are the base abilities for the Cavalier class.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. And if you are using maneuvers, make sure you get rid of your superiority die. But it sounds like you're not, so you're good. So you got rid of 2, so that'd be 21. Does that hit you?
Oh, I didn't actually block it. I have AC 20.
Yeah. So
Damn.
you tried you tried to bring up your shield just in time. However, it still managed to like slip underneath and kind of bite out at your tricep. It is going to deal. I'm rolling really high on damage. It is going to deal.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
It is going to deal 8 points of. He's wearing full plate. He's going to be dealing 8 points of piercing damage to you.
Plate mail or shield and-
The warding maneuver is based off my strength modifier, and the unwavering mark I can use an unlimited amount of times. The only thing that is
What?
So that's the unwavering mark is anytime you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, but you can make a special melee weapon attack as a reaction, as a bonus action on your next turn. That's limited to your strength modifier. So I have 4 uses of that.
Okay, got you.
Okay. So you can constantly be taunting whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was
8 piercing damage.
Hold on. So I kind of got lost track. So that big wolf one just attacked Todd, and I haven't attacked you, right, Morello, with this other one?
No, you did it.
It was a miss.
The one
It was
on
a
the
miss.
Left. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now I'm catched up. Okay, caught up. All right, Virden, you are up.
All the wolves did their movements, yeah?
Yes.
Sure, I had the perfect little spot. Well, that one already moved. And I'll use my actual class features. So, I have my 40 feet of movement. So I'm going to run up to this guy.
Okay.
I'm doing my blade song. I'm going to use my little owl to aid me. I'm going to use a booming blade to power up my sword and make a weapon attack on him.
Sounds
I'm going
good.
to be doing the weapon attack that gives me the AC if I connect with him.
Okay.
But alright, then I'm using I have my elven accuracy feat, so let me roll
Dagger bow, stats
3
and bodies.
times. Does let me double check my sheet here. I have it. On
Or
a page.
Morello.
You're gonna roll 3 times, like what, in order to hit?
To hit.
Okay.
Like to hit. I have elven accuracy,
You
so
took
like
the
that,
initial
I get to
hit
reroll
punch,
one of
but-
my advantage die.
As long as you can survive that, you're good.
As long as you survive that, I'm good. Does a
An initial hit that
Oh yeah,
gets
20. That's a
nasty.
20 hit, unnatural.
Mm-hmm. You're good, man.
Alright. So this is gonna be a well, I'm not using the die to boost me. So this is just gonna be piercing damage. This is going to be 6. Then I'm hitting him with thunder damage as well from the booming blade. That's 5 thunder damage, and then he has the if he moves 5 feet, afterwards he's gonna take 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
And
So
then I also have the mobile feat, so because I made an attack on him, he doesn't get opportunity of attack as I go back to where it was.
okay. Please put your character on an actual square.
I don't know what that means.
In the center of a square.
You see how like there's squares right here.
Yeah, I can barely make them out, but yeah.
Also, how much damage do you do?
I did, I guess, 6 piercing and like 5 thunder.
So 11. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of damage from this guy.
Oh,
And then hold on. So I need So you ran up, you smashed his ass with a booming blade, and now you're saying what if he moves 5 feet?
Yeah. So the main shtick of booming blade is it like puts an effect on him. So I think it's till the end of my next turn, and I believe it is. I can double check for you. Till the end of till the beginning of my next turn, if he moves, he's gonna take 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So as you go up and you just with a flourish, and you have a rapier too, so as you stab right into you sink it deep into between where two of its ribs are. You sink it in, you pull it, you kind of move it up in there, sling it back out as blood kind of starts to soak the fur. As you then the cacophonous kind of rings out into the cavern space itself, and as you kind of recoil your rapier and start to back up. With kind of insane speed as it kind of is disoriented, you can almost see reverberation kind of almost disrupting its fur as the continued effect lingers on its body.
nice.
Is that going to be your turn?
Yeah. That action bonus action. Yeah, that'll be my turn with movement. I'm gonna obviously use my reaction whenever I need to, but yeah, I guess that'll be it.
Sounds good. Next was easy here.
All right. So I
Bing.
will
Bring the stars down on them.
call out to Morello. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I am not feeling awful, but I have seen better days. Mechanically, I have 28 out of 52.
You have 28, dude. You're doing good.
I will swoop down and touch him and then go touch and go back up. I will cast Protection from energy,
Skins from
and
above.
he will become resistant to cold damage.
That's solid.
Okay. Protection of
And
energy.
then I will fly back up and fire with my bonus action, fire another arrow at. Let's say this wolf, the small wolf just above.
Okay, yep. 2. Okay.
So that will be an 18 to hit,
That does hit.
and for damage, that will be 21 damage.
21
points of radiant damage.
21 points of radiant
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
As you shoot this radiant arrow out, it sinks and it sinks like halfway in like of the length of the shaft into like its kind of like large muscular region of its foreleg and into its body. It immediately, and as it kind of like sinks in and it just kind of like illuminates. You can see blood heavily dripping out, and it starts to whimper badly, and it starts to like almost like limp immediately. It looks extremely hurt, even just with one shot.
Nice.
Is that gonna be the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be that'll be it for my turn.
All right, Morello.
Alright, so I'm going to bonus action second wind. So I just
Okay.
remembered I actually have other fighter things that I can do.
Okay, sounds good,
Oh,
man.
shit!
Max.
That's 11 HP back.
Nice.
So that puts me back up at 39. And then I am going to call upon the protection of. Oh god, what's my. I'm religious. I definitely have proficiency in religion and know my god.
What?
Right, Andrew.
Hey, yo.
Definitely know this.
I definitely know this. It's not in this chat. Okay, but I'm gonna be calling the protection of my
Oh,
Jesus.
Archangel,
Okay.
of my Jesus, and I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians
okay.
around me. So, 15-foot radius. Anything inside here needs to make me a Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw. Spirit Guardians. Is that the one that stays?
Yeah, they stay around me. So I have a ephemeral spirit. For me, it's dragons, like little kobolds, basically,
Okay.
that just beat the shit out of anyone who gets within 15 feet of me.
Okay, so when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, so on the beginning of their turn, they'll make those wisdom saves.
That entered for the very first time with it surrounding them.
Right, but it's still your turn. So when it gets to their turn, this will proc. So basically, does that make sense? So basically,
Okay, yeah.
because it says when you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected. An affected creature's speed is halved, and when the creature enters the area for the first time or on a turn or starts its turn there. So basically, it's on their turn, or if they enter
Whatever.
into it, then they would do that. So yes. So,
And
but
then,
yeah,
for friendly creatures, I'm just gonna say everyone that I can see.
okay, sounds good. But yeah, so as you kind of you hold both your weapons there, and as you kind of look look down towards your holy symbol as it kind of radiates, and then as all of a sudden like a bunch of little kobold like dragons start to pour out and occupy this space as they kind of fling around. They have like little like immaterial or incorporeal like weapons and like radiant like spears and stuff, and they're all just kind of flying around in this space, ready to protect you.
Then can I action surge?
Okay.
And bonk the wolf on my left.
The wolf on your left. Let me go ahead and designate right here.
Yes.
Okay,
Around
sounds
there.
good. Go ahead and make your attack.
14.
That does hit.
Oh, I haven't rolled higher than a
Nice.
10 pretty much all day. My modifiers have been. Anyway, let's see. Ooh. 10. 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. Yeah, and so with this, as you summon out your spirit guardians, and you kind of get that burst of energy, you just throw like a sideways hammer and crack it across the back, like kind of like spinal column area of this wolf as it recoils and kind of whimpers out and kind of buckles under it as you crack against it. All right, is that going to be your turn?
And then, yep, that'll be my turn.
Okay. So now it is going to be... I'm going to say this one will go ahead and rush down here. It's going to rush down here, and it is going to make its attack against you, Sir Denric.
And then it needs to make its saving throw since it's turn began.
It's right here. Can you see that? It's right out. It's just outside of it.
Oh, it's the other one. Sorry, my tail spire is frozen, so I'm gonna check out the stream.
Oh.
Cool, you're good.
Okay.
I just assumed it was one of the two next to me because I couldn't see.
No, it's the one that was up top on the ledge and kind of jumped down, landed, and now is going to make its way up against Sir Denric, rolling with advantage because pack tactics. That is going to be 25 to hit.
25 to
Damn.
hit.
Dude, I'm rolling so good on these dice. It's stupid. You doing something? I already used your reaction, I'm pretty sure, so... You already...
Nah,
just...
that was hit.
So that's going to be 14 points of piercing damage, 14, and you need to make a strength saving throw for me.
Strength saving throw. 16.
16, you do manage to stay up. As it jumps off this elevated portion, kind of clampers down, getting in between these other wolves, kind of coming in for the assist, and it kind of just uses its front paws, kind of hits away your shield, bites over onto the top portion of your armor, kind of sinking its teeth kind of through, piercing some of the plating, its massive mouth kind of punching through your armor as it sinks in. However, it tries to kind of hold on, drag you down. You manage to shrug it off, kind of like flurry your sword back a couple times as it recoils and stands there kind of growling. You can see kind of like mist kind of still foaming off of it, kind of from the mouth. That is going to be that one, and then now it's going to be actually your turn.
Fine.
Yeah, Sir Denric, you are up.
Sir Denric back for revenge. Let's see.
Hey, this is a lot of fun, man. I'll tell you that right now. This is some good. This is some high level, some fun shit right here.
So that one hits me, and then so the one.
Oh, we got the Dova
the one
King.
that I-
Skyrim.
The one that I wounded last. So the one that's in contact with Morello.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to bash with my shield.
Okay.
And attempt to knock it prone. So athletics check.
That is going to be a natural 20. However, that is not an auto pass. So that is going to go ahead and tell me what yours is. It is a contested.
It's not auto pass.
Yeah. What's yours?
25.
Dude, with a natural 20... Wait, hold on. With a natural 20, 24. So you still managed to
let's go.
smash his ass onto the ground with a 25.
Shit.
God damn, bro! You gotta put him down like that.
Say, "Die, you foul beast!" And I will make a weapon attack.
Okay.
Advantage, right? Because it's prone.
Yep.
Unnatural 20.
That does hit. Hold on, wait, how are you doing your shove attacks again, Todd? Are you just, as a bonus action, it's a Cavalier thing?
No, so it's bonus action with Shield Master.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can make,
okay,
shove
okay.
attacks or knock him prone.
That's
Yeah, so it'll
that's
allow
tight.
you to make a shove, and shove you can push him or knock him prone.
dude, Shieldmaster's so cool. Okay, sounds good.
I've always wanted to take it, bro.
I see
First
why.
attack, rolling damage for
Hold on. If you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. It doesn't say make them prone.
If you go to shove in the player's handbook, you can either push them or knock them prone. So it's the shove. It's like the shove action.
Okay,
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're like pushing them.
1 second.
Oh, dude, I should have.
Okay, so you can use to shove a creature either to knock it prone or to push it away from you. Yep, you're right. Sorry, you're good, man. I just want to make sure because shove to me sounds like shove, but it also shoving means like get the fuck on the ground too. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So like for that one, I'm like using my shield to like bash it down.
Okay, so you hit it down as it recoils and buckles underneath the weight as it falls to the ground. You just now with the raised sword of heroes go to for it.
That is 18 damage.
Holy fuck. Okay.
And I will roll my second attack.
Wait, hold on. 18 damage? What are you rolling, bro?
18. I'm rolling my damage.
Oh, because it's giant. Because it's a giant, huh? Is that why you're doing so much?
Yeah, so it's 2d8, and then my base damage on the sword is already 7. Because I have the dueling fighting style, which gives me +2 damage when I use like just one weapon.
Dude, that's fucking insane. I forgot that. So I was like, dude, even with the 1d8, but the 2d8 because of the giant. That's okay. So, holy shit, how much did you do? You said 18?
18.
Okay.
Damn, bro, I should have actually
how's the
been
wolf?
maxed apparently.
You're seeing the power of.
Okay. Wait, what? What did you say? Your second attack.
How's the wolf feeling? How's he feeling?
What's your second attack? Oh, the wolf. The wolf is looking looking hurt. Its blood is covering its coat.
I'll smash it.
Okay.
$14.
Just hits.
Dude, that advantage is nasty because my first roll is always ass. Damage. 12.
12 points of damage.
12 damage. 12 points of slashing damage. Piercing damage on that.
12. It is looking hurt, but it does stay. It is like underneath you, cowering, but still like snarling in a defensive manner, tail tucked, but it is still hanging on.
The spiritual kobolds sharpen their knives.
Dude, I want to see what that one wolf does. That one wolf that just you're staring at right now is in the worst possible position.
Is that going to be the end? Is that the end of it, Todd?
I use my bonus action and my action. Yes.
That's gonna be it. Okay. So so now it's going to go to the baby wolves. This one is going to run around over here. You can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Todd.
I would like. I will make an opportunity attack on him.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make your attack then.
10 seconds.
Not
Natural 20.
Not advantage. You say unnatural?
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright, so base damage, no extra d8. 10.
10 points of damage. All right. So as that one kind of veers off to lunge over at you, Veerden, you just kind of sidestep, to kind of hold your sword out as it running. You just slash a gash into it as it kind of jumps up and around the rock. It is going to, and then another one's going to take its place next to you, and then obviously the small one's going to attack
Never should have attacked a wolf factory. Guys, I keep telling you.
Okay.
Printing wolves out here.
So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and start with the small one on you, Morello.
Just 3D printing them in the bag.
Okay,
that's gonna
you
be-
want to make a
20,
wisdom save for him?
21.
21 to hit. Yep.
21 to hit. I will. Yes. Hold on.
I will, yes.
Okay. So yeah. So that's good.
I will
So
know.
20. So hold on. 21 to hit for that. Let me go and roll a wisdom saving throw. That is gonna be a natural 1. So go ahead and roll your damage.
10 points of damage.
Okay, so actually, as that one rushes up, hurt, but rushes up to help its, to help its homies out, it rushes up immediately. The little kobolds just they sink the shit out of it, and by the time it actually, by the time it actually gets to you and it's coming down on that decline, it skirts to a stop and just lays still, just as the kobolds are stabbing the shit out of it. The roll is negated because obviously you killed it. So that's dead. This one's gonna be against you, Sir Denrick.
My dice stop betraying.
You killed the one.
That is going to be
Give me one above.
18
No.
to hit.
18 does not hit.
Okay, and then Virden. That is going to be
Let me roll to see if
15.
he would. It could be 15 at one of my mirror images.
All right, cool. So as that one rushes up
One of
with
my many
with
sons.
your multiple images kind of fluttering back and forth, it lunges out, and you're you kind of brace and sidestep as it just passes and or as it stops and just starts biting out at one of your mirror images. I'm pretty sure dissipating that one, right?
Yeah, it does.
But-
mechanically, it would have been better if he targeted me, but I'll lose a mirror image. Yeah.
Okay, so as it dissipates, and then the other one kind of taking its place, rushing up, trying to bite out at you, you just kind of stick your shield up, place it up, kind of hunker it up against your shoulder, and as it's kind of starts to bite and scratch at you, you just kind of deflect it off. Okay, so that is going to be that. Okay, so go ahead and be top of the third round. Aksov, let's see what Aksov can do.
If he
Or
can
is
hit
he
one,
gonna fucking
Aksov
hit
got
something,
something.
bro?
Aksov is keeping those little guys company. All right, he's doing his best.
Bro, this man's like, I hired the right people.
16.
He's like, let's go. Go me.
Aksov, what is your stealth
He's
again?
next.
Okay, so he actually successfully stealth, so now he's gonna roll.
But I will continue.
Aksov, did he do it? Let's see. 9 plus fucking 4. 13, that'll do it. Good job, buddy.
good enough.
So that'll be 1d4 or 1d8?
Damn, why'd you make him level 2?
Interesting. In the D&D world, a lot of these guys offering jobs like this hire the exact perfect candidates for their job. It never happens.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, people die here and there. They have a few people that they gotta replace.
For instance,
He's not
Aksov.
good.
Yeah, it's just survivorship bias.
Fair point.
So this one, he finally gets his shit together, and as the one bites out to your mirror image, and as you kind of with a flourish, kind of have your rapier ready to just end this thing's entire existence, a bolt straight through the eyes, and as it kind of it just immediately kind of crumples over to the ground dead. As you see Aksov over there, kind of thumbs up over towards you.
Yeah.
He kind of calls out. He's like, finally.
Yeah, I don't think I give him any. I just turn back to the fight. I don't give him any gratification for.
All
See
right.
why he hired. You see why he hired someone
Yeah,
else.
I'm
to do
not
it for
trying to
him.
be a dick, but I'm focusing on what's still out here.
Oh, this one's prone. So starting their turn, they have to make wisdom saving throws, right?
Yep. Please, for the love of God.
Kobold
Don't.
thugs, dude.
The kobold thugs, bro.
11 and 13.
Glass bottles.
11 and
Both those
13.
fail.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Jesus, I've been rolling
What is
so
this,
bad.
bro?
Spirit Guardian. So they are going to take 16 points of radiant damage each as these kobolds fuck them up.
the magical.
You said how much? 16?
Knives.
16.
So
a few of them have bar
So
stools
the
that
one
they
the
can
one
up
that was knocked prone, similar to the one that was trying to charge you, the kobolds take their opportunity. They just like doing little like flybys and start stabbing it as it's like whimpering out and like looking defensive. Eventually, it's just so many like tiny radiant blades stabbing it. It just succumbs to its wound and dies. How
Only light of small men with just razor blades.
how
I rethink my decisions of this spell, I guess.
However, this one does remain. He is chilling. I'm going to make it's going to make it. Okay, yeah, no.
I mean, look what has happened around you, friend. This
So
would be the best time for
have you haven't used reaction, right?
I have not.
Okay, it's
I
going.
have not either, but he's gonna take 2d8 thunder damage.
Yeah, I was about to say he's gonna get struck by
right.
lightning as soon as he starts moving.
Go ahead and make your. He rolled a will save and failed, so he's trying to flee. Go ahead and make your booming blade. And make your reactionary attack.
All right.
So for thunder damage, he is going to take 13 thunder damage.
Okay,
And then that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
that hits. You don't have to roll damage. You don't have to roll damage. You smite him.
Oh well, I rolled
Nice.
max damage. So.
Yeah. So as it shifts, a booming like reverberation sounds off, and almost like it's like internal hemorrhaging starts to occur inside the wolf as it starts to like lunge and kind of like falter. At which point you just smash it across the face with your hammer and just send it flying over here, dead.
You know what that shit's like? It's like that knife with the CO2 canister in it.
Yeah, kind of.
You blow it up.
Look, when I make characters, I find the most unethical ways to kill people. All right.
Okay, with that resolved, Virden, you're up.
Okay. Of the 2 wolves that are next to Sir Denric, or actually, how many are still alive? Just those 2?
This one. Yep.
The one right next to Marilla's dead, right?
Yeah, I think the rest are now dead.
Yeah.
They're just flying through the air.
So that little, are either one of those wolves hurt yet?
You're just floating.
Make
Just flying,
Hell
bro.
yeah, brother.
Make a perception check for me.
Dude.
Sure.
Do
Nat
you wanna
20.
Yeah, neither of those ones are hurt.
accept or deny my request for the attack real quick so I can get the screen?
Oh yeah, I
Back
got
off my
you.
screen. Do you
All right, I'm gonna pop up to here with my bird. I'm gonna do the same thing. Gonna do that attack with the booming blade. This time I'm gonna I'm gonna keep the AC buff with this as well. So it's okay. Well, I know that hits, but okay. So 24.
24 will in fact hit.
God,
Crazy.
thank God.
Yep,
all right,
yep.
and then- So that's going to be
Doesn't hit.
10 of the piercing damage, and then the thunder damage will be 3.
10 and 3. Okay.
10 and 3. And then I'm going to move back over here with my movement.
And no opportunity of attack, right?
Yep, yeah, because I targeted him. So he, if anyone else had an opportunity, like an angle on me, they could, but because I targeted him, he can't.
Okay.
And that's just a mobility feat. That's nothing like Blade Singer.
So now that one has booming blade on him.
Yep, he has booming blade on him.
Okay, sounds good. So as you run up, do the similar thing as you cast the enchantment over your blade as it starts to like kind of hum as you come up and you just stab it right in like underneath kind of like the neck area. Same thing as it reverberates out and then you just kind of back up with the like it's almost like its skin starts to like crawl as like the reverberation just starts to like just stay on the actual creature.
These are intelligent creatures, right?
They can talk.
I mean,
Like,
they
we've
can
been
talk.
spoken to by them.
I mean, they can talk. So
Yeah. Can I cheekily
they,
send?
like,
Can I
cry-
message it or just like end of my turn those?
I'm pretty sure it's like an action to message, so I don't know. I don't think you deal. Is that the end of your turn?
I don't
yeah, it's
want
the
to
end of my
know what
turn.
they have to
Fine.
say.
Okay.
They obviously don't have anything.
Zahir, you're up.
All right. So, has the large wolf that is standing next to Sir Denric been hit yet?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. 19.
It does not look to have been injured yet.
All right. I will cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level
Okay.
against it.
All right. Hey, look at this dude. Look at this goofy ass dude just flying.
Bro, he's just.
He's just
Flying
chilling.
about, dude.
He's chilling, man. Big chilling.
That's perfect though, because they can't even get you.
Yeah.
This guy's like the dude in Jurassic Park when you get in the. Then they get in the basket and they just go up.
Within
That's this guy, dude.
27,
Okay.
I like knock an extra glowy arrow that
Okay.
I fire at this creature
Okay.
for fuck. Six, 7, 10, 15, 17 for 17 damage.
Okay. And then
And
now
it
has
is
advantage.
glowing.
It now has advantage on the next, or the whatever has next. Yeah, the advantage on
And
it.
with that, I will knock a second arrow, use my bonus action to fire that.
Okay.
So that is a
You use
26.
your own bonus.
Yep, that
action to
hits.
Get advantage.
no, it's not a second spell. It's my bonus action with my starry form. So 26.
26 hits. Yeah.
That is 6 plus 8, 14 damage.
Alrighty. As these two arrows sink into it, just in its quick succession, one of them, the like super glowy one dissipates, and then just like completely coats the fur of the on the first one. It coats it, and makes it glow, and it has advantage. And the next attack has advantage with guiding bolt. Okay. Next up is going to be Morello. You're up.
And that consumes the advantage.
Oh, I guess yeah. Okay. So now, yeah. So as you shot the second arrow, it dissipated off of it.
Yes.
You will need to. That's a body. You have to move somewhere else.
Can I stomp on the body?
You can go right here.
Am I not large enough to just crush into
It's
the
it's
corpse?
also large. I mean, if it was a normal, then maybe, but it's also large, so it'd be impeding your space.
Get rid of so from here.
Sorry, Connor. I know we're up pretty late, man. I appreciate you hanging in there.
You're good.
I will just
Appreciate you.
go here.
Your many sons.
Okay, hold on. You were here, right? You were here.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. I'm like
So that would
I
be.
have 40 feet of movement.
They
So
should just be mini versions.
You have 40 feet.
yeah.
Where are you getting your 40? Where do you get an extra 10 from?
Being giant from my giant's rune.
Oh, okay. Also, I'm asking a lot of these questions because obviously this is the first time I'm getting any of your guys' abilities, so I'm getting clarification
Yeah.
to make sure that we're all chilling.
Cool. And then I
You're
catch
welcome. You are more than welcome to audit us anytime.
both of them in my spiritual shiv. Actually, wait a second.
Such a
Oh,
power.
shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Here, one sec. This is correct, right? I'm just double checking my validation. 15 feet. I don't hit Sir Denric, just barely.
I think.
How wide is a 15?
No, so I would.
Never
So
say.
for this, it's like at the front of it, right? So that would be his space as well.
Well, it comes from my face rather than
Yeah, but you're occupying that space, so it's like right there and
Oh, okay.
out. Because technically, also, if you're looking at it from the standpoint of just like this square is 5 feet, this square is 5 feet, and then diagonal it's still 5 feet, so it's still 15 feet. Like
Alright.
even
If
from
the large creature is 10 by 10, couldn't you target its ass?
it's an area of effect.
Yeah, I'm trying to use my incapacitation breath.
Yeah, but couldn't
Dude, just
you-
incapacitate Sir Denrick. Fuck it.
Actually, wait a second. So I'm gonna use my incapacitation breath. Everyone, including Sir Denrick, just needs to make me a Constitution saving throw. This man's pretty good.
I would like to
Well,
use.
not you.
I would like
you're,
to use my
uh,
bonus or my reaction to use woe on the large wolf.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
so
actually using
Sir
your Constitution?
You say
Denrick.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes, I am
You're
actually using
your
it.
breath weapon on me, bro?
I'm using it because you're at the very end of it, and I know how hard you are, so I believe in you.
All right, go ahead and roll your woe.
Fucking hard, dude.
Subtract 3 from it.
DC 13.
Okay, that's gonna be. They both fail.
15.
Okay, 13.
What did it roll?
They rolled a 12, and then minus. You said 3, so 9.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn it! Am I not gonna get to use my last breath weapon? Fuck you guys. Come on, man. I just wanna give them the goods.
Since they
Hey,
Okay,
both
just clarify,
failed,
you are using your. hold on,
I am using it on you. Yeah,
Okay.
because you just barely inside it.
Constitution?
Constitution DC 13.
Yo, Nathan, why didn't you use woe on Todd's save, bro?
Oh, you're right. You're so right.
Woe is me, bro. Woe is me. 14, bro.
Alright, cool. You're totally fine. That's what I was hoping.
I stay constituted, dude.
That's what I was hoping, bro. They're knocked out. They're incapacitated for a turn.
They are dead.
Incapacitated? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just hack the shit out of them.
Yeah, and he hit crits, I think.
Bro, I'd be mad if you just fucking knocked me out in my moment of triumph.
In your moment of triumph. No, I assumed that you could take it, which is why I shot it at you. Out of everyone, I figured that you
Okay.
you had it, man.
Sounds good. So is that gonna be your turn?
That is gonna be my turn.
Okay. Fuck.
If it's their turn, then they have to make wisdom saves, which I believe they automatically fail on incapacitated.
Incapacitated. All it says: an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. That's the extent of it.
Okay.
So they are going to make their wisdom saving throws.
Isn't it an action?
Yeah, I think it seems.
But they can't take actions.
No, they can't
Yeah,
take.
well, the
They can't
wisdom
take
saving
actions or
throws
reactions. So they can take a bonus action and they can still move. That'll be what? It'll be 13 and 12.
They both fail.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
22 points of damage.
Holy shit, man!
Let's go, bro.
I almost max rolled that. Best damage roll I've had all night, baby.
Okay, so the little one gets shivved to fucking death. The big one it just endures this onslaught. I want to say you already used your reaction, Sir Denrick.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, you already used your reaction to damage that other one. So this one is going to. Seeing the
Same
situation.
reaction.
No, because it hasn't reached
Same
it.
reaction because it's same turn.
It hasn't got to your turn again, so the reaction has not reset. It is going to start to charge out of this cave.
Can I make an opportunity attack with my reaction that I got back?
Yes, you can. Well, actually, yes, you can. Yeah, you're good.
It's a natural 15 on the die, so 21.
Yeah, that hits.
So I better get it, bro.
Hey, if he don't, I got it.
12 points of damage.
Yeah, so I mean, it moves. It moves right here. It moves right here, and then gets its skull smashed in immediately, and just gets cleaved and just, like stomped instantly into the space adjacent to it, which will mark the end of our combat.
Well,
Let's
it,
go.
like we did that
Get it,
in the
boy.
beginning, didn't it?
Yeah, that was really well done. Honestly, that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself and all of the profuse bleeding I did have from being bitten by these guys.
Hey, I can help you with that.
I will. How about
yeah.
this? How about this? Hold on. Before you do anything, I say that as we wind down from this combat, and you all kind of take a second as you cleave you smash its skull into the ground, the reverberation echoing out into the cave. With that, kind of everything quickly dies, and y'all kind of the cold, your hot breath kind of showing the steam from your mouth as the inside this cold kind of cavern space as you all kind of come down from this adrenaline spike. And I say with that, we'll go ahead and end tonight's episode because we are running a little bit late, which I appreciate everyone for hanging in there. But yeah, so there we go. First combat, got to see what y'all's arsenals entail, and so there you go. So
Players equipped, bro.
nicely done, nicely done.
Almost killed me on the very first round. I was like,
almost got him off the roof.
I was like, "Ow." I had 10 HP left at one point, and I was like,
You're on 10? Damn.
yeah, because he hit me with the crit, which did half of my HP in a single attack, and then I got hit again, and I was like, oh, but luckily I saved on the Ice Breath with Shield Master, which I've never had before.
Shield Master's crack, bro.
That is clutch, man.
And you use protection from energy, and you don't even take any more cold damage.
I know, dude.
It got really heated pretty quick, but then it got back into y'all's control pretty fast too. So there you go.
We got some shit in our arsenal, dude.
Man, I'll say,
dude,
man.
I being around all of these people, I find myself as a very weak fighter, man. I feel like
That's great.
Watching Sir
dude.
Chadwick of
Sir Chad in this crimson chin. Hey, it's not the daylight spell, bro. It's his chin that's illuminating the space, man.
Bro, handsome Squidward with his glowing forehead.
yeah.
All right, good. Hey, nicely done. That will go ahead and end this night's session. Thank you for everyone who watched, tuned in. Just a quick reminder: next week and going forward, we'll be starting at 8 o'clock instead of 7, so we'll be a little bit later, just to give all of us a little bit extra time. But until next episode, we appreciate you hanging, and we'll see you then, I guess. Peace out.
Laters.